right? And you change. Oduman kuma trading pong, woso, tutu tata, baba bibi baba. You don't stand up for your rights. Democracy means if you do not criticize your condition, you understand, you're a traitor to the nation. Go see the council. Go and see the people they got there. Dr. Kwame Naminimshi, he's there. Professor Dr. Mwasam Kwana Mishai, he's there. Dr. Professor Emeritus Kitwabiana Miredi, he's there. Nana Kuntumpo the first, he's there. Evangelist, Bishop, Asorisika Kwana Miria, they are there. They don't do nothing for you. We have no water. We have no light. Look, a small road they're building. They can't do it. From Accra to Kumasi should be a 4-lane highway. And I'll build it. Because I know how to build it.
Asampaetia Obayansa foso wo munubia wanka na asam Tema futu sam kakre wa supreme Yo kofi my ya woman
Unity Radio. You know, we know radio. Unity Radio. You know, we know radio. Unity Radio. Doing what others couldn't do any better. Unity Radio. You know, we know radio.
Unity Radio.
One song, one,
Nasa de pasu wofio yo. Heba. Ebi mu kwa di kan inbox me a text me say nyesa nwumwe nene kesam de start jumadi no. I was saying Kamedi Chelsea. Blue is the color. Football is the game. What asa? Wasamu wanini bana meze. Wana beyeu, wana beyeu, wana beyeu. Heba, heba. Wanini bana meze. Aze wovio yo. Another beautiful man, and I'm a kind. David Agbenyega message, no, na me dey start issue, no. David Agbenyega says another beautiful. Say thank God, another beautiful Monday is here with the beautiful colors, the blues forever. Chelsea, no bagawaya, no shaking, no po. You do all. That is how I choose to introduce the show today. Oh, BC Opo, I see you had a great weekend, all smiles, and still in the mood. See me mood activated. Where Mami Abba Nkuma. I don't know when the mood will be deactivated. Samuel Opoku Jamfi says, Opo, I know you'll be making much noise today, pa. But before you even start, let me wish you all the blues. Congratulations and well done. Manucho Magandi, man for say never who over to Piga. Oh, see me, man for false hope. Nanu fiada. Okay, Manucho Maganda. Or say. Okay, I don't know. Shan coming be no. Obi ni mudi ni bi no ye. Or say ni tea is with.
Yes, my head is with Chelsea because from analysis, my charts maybe be a first time taste defeat, win back, and a pedigree in Europe near there. Chelsea has it. But saying I wish Ghana was better than US. So about development, my heart is with America. My head is with America because they have things right. But I said Ghana and America, Kobo BB. You know, so based on that, fine. Obeka said then you gave it 2. But analysis.
Meka just say yeah, definite.
No, the definite is with them. So come there. Makume Chelsea Lucy. Makume Chelsea Lucy because of the London battles and everything. That's what football is about. Biases, but analysis, previous history and everything. Them catch us a pedigree in Europe. You see, in life, there to enjoy your victories, you have to taste the defeat. I'm not here to just motivate them, and nothing is guaranteed. Jurgen Klopp 2019, he lost out. He came back stronger to win it. Even 1999, I
don't think City can come back stronger to win it.
You can have. It's also another
City will be
discussion.
More. City cannot get to the Champions League final this year.
No, that's a bold prediction from you. But
because they started if you from camp. What Sergio Aguero Brano?
You see, after a loss, especially after a project, people get disappointed, but they can hold themselves up. I mean, 24 hours. After a defeat there,
some of the players also na make it say so we near sometimes
it's a basic rule of life when you are
cracks in time.
Yeah, no team has cracks they start losing in politics, everything. I mean, once you're in power, being football won't win here, nobody cares how you really made it.
Pep Lusu and the players Nibia started to change.
2011, he took a gamble, played the Yaya Toure as a center after Abidal got the red card against Chelsea. And
Yaya Toure agent in Swat Tweety or say. I will look for the tweet and read. No, the African or Shama or something. Shama will never let Pep Guardiola win UEFA Champions League because of the way he treated Yaya Toure.
He has a
Sergio Aguero's brother.
Yes.
And then also tweet or say Pep Guardiola never liked Aguero from the. Once I make catch say.
Oh yeah, but it's no news.
Yeah,
it's no news. You all know it.
Obedu ya no nanko players or slash over nanko kan on a City hierarchy nika say no Aguero.
His performances kept him alive in the mix, but in reality that is Pep. Buffalo Pep charge you. On Pewasema, he really will like you.
No matter what you do.
Ronaldinho, Deco, Munia, there when he didn't like them, what happened? They didn't leave because they were not very good players. Samuel Eto'o did not leave because my problem with Aguero Munia, you see, the reason why I don't find favor or empathy in their dispensations, and I said the truth is he did not like you. You had a chance to leave. You decided to stay on. And this things happened to you. Well, you see, I mean, I say rivalry now. Well, you see, baby, all your antis
were completely signing to Barcelona this morning.
They came out to say they don't like me. Yanni said they were the first to announce it. Sometimes give the player that first option for the basic way. Say, City announced that Aguero no more be with them.
Yeah.
And I make us say
the way I'm handling
me personally, the value is the same, but I say be our manager feel unity. You give manager the first option. So why back I am na make you see what
they feel the club is also bigger, so they don't want you to.
No, it's not a matter of you feel.
They don't want you to.
No.
They don't want it to seem like mom nabia.
I agree, but it's not like this in the situation. The point is they did not want him, and they did not give him extended contract. There have not been contract talks.
Exactly. So
but the point is that
if they make their decision, can they announce it? Why can't they announce it?
Legends, you have a way of treating legends, unless of course they don't see him as a legend there. You have a way of treating your legends. Let the legends give them that credibility tag. If you say, oh, at the end of the year, but a decision is being made whether to stay or to go. Anyway. Then you give him. Oh, yeah, that's the beauty of thought.
That's your
that's the beauty of thought. I think that they did not treat him well, but
I agree with you that they did not treat him well, but
it's part of life. Say they didn't treat the brother well, they've lost the final. They will talk. Me, I don't take it from them. Coming from African voodoo or shaman, I've been a firm believer of that.
Has winning over the weekend.
That's 1-2-0 over Chelsea, and they are not on top. Kotoko drew, 2 points off.
No, but Kotoko did well because Mekwanam Msombelus. Despite
man, when was the
last time Kotoko won at Adriana? They always go there and come with
defeat. It's not a reason.
The ball that Kotoko Adriana is more than a game.
There's a voodoo belief that when Hearts goes on top of the league summit, they never drop.
Oh, but if Hearts win, it's okay.
No, but I make sure say that is the reason that Kovoka
no, say. No, drop point.
No, because it's 2 points lost.
Yeah, but you didn't.
You see, there's a thin line between 1 point gain.
I said Chelsea. Your ball league Nibia. You call place like, I should say maybe City or Liverpool. On the baby or how cow tie loose. I agree. I
call it research level analysis because at the end of the day, when Hearts in April, Adriana is a very difficult ground.
But there are still games to go.
Oh, of course.
Has how much?
And I made sure say Hearts for na history has said that when Hearts decides to sit on top of a summit of a league, and that's why the confidence they emanated. There's no way they will drop, and Kotoko had to lose points. They will get the advantage.
That's not top what they has to hold it. They were on level on points, but still Hearts was there.
Yes, so now I make sure somebody drop them now to win. They are still there. So there's that general belief that they are doing well. They now have the advantage. Is there how many?
About
7 games to go. 2 points.
2 points.
Draw now to then it
depending on the goal margin, though.
No. I thought they are using it to head. That's why they were on 46.
That's why
they 46.
Head to head UEFA year for, and they are.
Say like
GFA be year for their
goals. They want to concentrate on goals.
Yeah,
goals.
And they say about UEFA Champions League. And found when you away go it's countless.
Oh, let's say this way, like away goal rule. If you
yeah, away goal
like.
Rule.
Aggregating a part near the away goals are times 2 no if you know we share one war the other one but you know you told me about sometimes you give me breaking news but sometimes I wish radio was live and can see a bit me I catch you told me I'm just say it's a law I disagree because in football your home is your fortress even a lot of negative football but they've thought through it but negative football because your home will always be your fortress until we are Chelsea we call Allianz Arena Miawana pepra na wunya draw na be jam home and watch first wunya one go on a very vital so you go there you open up and play but to be an advantage
they were looking at it from this angle said Omufu said that might bridge the gap between the bigger clubs and the smaller clubs but sometimes a boy smaller clubs and a little bit but don't say abribia a bomb matches now the bigger clubs always have the advantage
of course
into kwa we kwa no kunya 1-1 Oklahoma no be bogolesa.
Yeah, whichever way, once the rules are set before the competition starts, you might have from favor rant, be worried, but at the end of the day, it's not set to favor anybody. So when you say Meko has say, yeah, that's Meko, no, the 2 games should be played in the spirit and the latter that, and say me Stamford Bridge inti, I say Chelsea Sheba Homies. Woko Sevilla, Wanda Metropolitano, so I'm because at the end of the day, a goal is a goal, a win is a win. Well, those things, no. But this world, the fairness is not anywhere. Parity is only found in heaven. Yeah, they be acquired in there, but we are seeing there. But it's for me, our rules are meant to change, and football is dynamic. They've thought through it. They've reviewed games, maybe over 2,000 games, to know how it panned out. Saying yes, I win now. Like some teams could have had their fair advantage. You see how it pans out, but I'm not so much in favor of our
okay.
being scrapped.
Unity Radio 1039. This is the way we choose to begin the show today. Chelsea all the way. Blue is the color. UEFA Champions League winners. Pardon me, say Monday, Masha. Me
paraphernalia.
Me paraphernalia.
But
just I'm going there.
But I know my joy. Many Jenny say winning. I don't know. I this man I'm not here.
Francis say or new will be can.
My catch will be past Monday. Maybe show. Me catch about 2 weeks
Francis Punamani say or new will be can.
My only joy is that with me young one day body and soul. I bet someone to do this.
My person church Chelsea fans. Why you told them, including David Agbanyaga Bisami Enra. Was it where is Manucho when we came? When
I told them they should cut off all.
Yeah, we see me false hope na mema manfo akumo mo ho obi be kwa transformer ho
a very good question. But you know, life for every me there's a buyer. We dream papa no adwin bone akwa say yetie there are two sides of a coin. Why so because because obekwa bunsem gemiti jebi on person
obekwa on person
obekwa bunsem.
That is the essence.
Yeah or quite sure because on pese. But I was speaking rhetorically, but let me say this right, go be an obi anti or quite sure because on per se obekwa so abun Jim obi so quite sure because obeso ye papa now to say he finds a lot of peace and serenity. By the end of the day the value is the same. It's media and say
sorry there o per se ye papa nya sorry nkwa na akwa beti my papa.
No, because there's a law
and moral laws.
There are laws there are laws that are rewards and punishment. We are saying onyama miensa.
Until the essence of person should be going to heaven, right?
For someone to, because he wants to do just good, he doesn't think about heaven. He doesn't believe in that concept. But sorry, because he wants to belong. We'll put another discussion. But maybe the law. Say, Mancho Brastidio. Oh, you buy 18.5. Okay, because it's the lobby. So Mancho 1 bar me punish you. 1 bar me punish you.
Just for the person exactly. Because we see
Mancho 1 bar me punish you.
I don't know the messages I mean.
You see, my top one plot for my dream, and I love that plot. I'll develop it. I'm happy they found a reason to call you. Say, why did Manucho say that?
Saturday, no.
But when you so
pre-match, no Bissau.
Yes.
And I post-match, no crowd. The message is, where is Manucho? Why is Manucho running away from the studio now?
No.
Where's Manucho? When I'm saying no.
Tell them the Monday is my time. I have all the time for them. Say, but my Bobby, so say, because people could have died. When you say out of this game, people could have died if Chelsea had lost. Nipa beti me
en cry na nipa ba kwa
oh we cry so I celebrate you
teshi
there
no I know the celebration or celebrate you oba bi ono ni kuna o miensa me fan say so mo jayo sadan. That's how the story reads. To Ghana web cry ho and omo ko pap anya pap like Ghana
ba I can say ba
the way say hwehwe matches no yeah and to a da Chelsea fan and omo hwe ball no na Chelsea win e o jubilate sa hu yan se oba na gbawura ba ho abewo no sekan a stabo no pan ama omu kukuru no de ne call 37 military hospital. He's lost his life.
Didn't survive.
Nina ni se oba ni se bema no eja nkwala na bo no so hwe nkwala na asam no ko waju you can say Dovsu
waju
Dovsu and boy na down for narrative story ni to Ghana web say ono kra na koyi asem no hoye den ebesisi a resolve situation nti oba na kumbe ma no Chelsea fan na jubility o teshi ni kuna kum no
just because the man left the case to go and watch a Chelsea final.
They are no longer
they have issues.
Abandoned. Yeah, they have issues. I say they are no longer living together.
Wow, that even makes it more interesting.
Yeah, Wajino.
So the woman chose that perfect timing and spot to go and stab the man in.
Yeah.
I always believe hell has no fury than a woman's scorned, but under this circumstance, hell has no fury than so Bible fua. Satan even says back to watch.
I'm telling you.
So back send we full pass and yawa yeah.
Me catch us. Abronsam. And mass one and mat me ya dear amendment to me.
Won't to me yeah. I will be catch him. Hardly do a woman leave you and come back to say I'm sorry to be problem antenna. Women when they move they hardly watch back because they are some of them are very wicked. But there's sometimes empathy, sympathy leads us in this way. Women sometimes they condescend a lot. I mean, hey, my you they until there's no way they are coming back to you in that regard. But it's the way this one has found out. It's difficult to say because if you are not careful, you might miss the main point. But the woman choosing that final emotional bar one and game center one and say that's the time man in gym call 1 second because I'm so hurt by what he's done there. It's very painful, but maybe it's not football related. When the more you listen, it's not maybe I should man check into who know when he says I don't know Nikote ba or the man barber match or no. That's the perfect time.
Very sad story.
It's a sad one. For whichever reason, we don't encourage your responsibility.
Yeah.
Of all the friends I have, one thing I love about people I call friends are that I'm gonna say Bema they wash over no matter what. There's times you might not have the money.
It doesn't mean go and kill a man. No, but ukum Bema. What when is the kind of we? And Kualana now person or show munintia. Wako one is the kind of kuno. Of what benefit will this be to the kid? Yeah, but are you not rather punishing the kids more?
Yes.
But I'm saying, you find someone no crowd problem and need part is at any time.
Exactly.
And now, uti boy na down for now. Boy and ignore Nkolano.
Yes.
So there could still be anger, maybe out of the divorce or the separation or whatever.
But you see, you are doing a frog's eye view analysis.
Yeah.
You say frog in your bear action into a wound or TB. But a best eye view. You are only analyzing based on standing far and looking at testifying to what you are seeing. I agree with you that death there you can never ever justify a death. Nipa in a local balance you say nasa, although we are spiritual there, there's life after death. But your normal world there, no matter what. And some people can't stand to see
let me read
someone happy.
See, Chelsea fan, but back I don't want you to use this story to dodge.
I've saved a lot of souls too.
Chelsea fan stabbed to death by former lover at Teshi during Champions League victory celebrations. Police in Teshi in the Greater Accra region are on hand for a woman who has allegedly stabbed her former lover to death. Now, the woman, according to eyewitness, stormed a drinking bar where her former lover, with whom she has 3 children, was celebrating his club's victory over Manchester City in the Champions League last night and stabbed him in the chest. Now, family member Dennis Tete says Dennis Amaboy, who in this case happened to be the deceased, was pronounced dead after he was rushed to 37 Military Hospital. The suspect, who is currently on the run, is said to have filed a complaint at Dovsu 2 weeks ago alleging neglect of their children by the deceased. The matter was resolved, according to Dennis Tete, who said he had to personally intervene.
So just this 2 weeks ago, you report a man.
Yeah.
And just to invite a man fine.
Resolve I resolve issue.
Then within 2 weeks now, a fortnight. After you run away, you see that is the worst part.
Chelsea J Champions League.
Exactly.
No jubilate.
Because at the end of the day, he enjoyed before he left.
Daniel Agboke Houston. Liverpool ni Parkers here.
Yes.
Can just watch out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I saved a lot also.
Big time phobia.
But life when you say papa no ajumbo ne kakra. And now the papa nkwa na
they are now back to the main.
That's what I'm saying. I'm back
Chelsea there. Chelsea fans maybe in fact the way I know move pel Sunday Saturday post match and I'm catch so I could baby. In fact I spoke and I excused
God save me because in the spur of the moment they would have brimstones on me. Yeah, but the truth is I'll jump papa
Ali Maradona cried a pre-match no ono kwa me be friend to Jumedi
okay. Oh, and they for mom give them this day.
Pre-match no. Alaji Ali Maradona me na kasa free Canada. Or say Chelsea anye kra 5-4. Me friend Awa Mohammed, the familiar boy.
Yeah, familiar boy.
And you also kasai. And Awa eka say no English club now call the Champions League final wajida. Until Usha Pep Guardiola and call final so lusuda. All nina alt no ebikwa ha. Until nina na Ali Maradona Janfon some business alaji with all the statistics ni analysis now because Awa Mohammed analysis ni you know say a tight game. A very tight game and it could swing anywhere. And I say, Nibisan say, Ali, what's the same word you know? And I say, Bemwa, or Sisu Bio say $250 Canadian dollars. Now buy US $200 or the back chemical.
And they say, Seba.
Okay. In Jaffe, they are friendly, and never friended not to line. So, and say, because we are a post match. Bisami, has your friend sent you the money? Don't give it up. David Agbanyaga cried. You say, "Efedusi poku." Any David Agbanyaga, almost say, "Alaji sending si almost normal family. No more who says can or the other or the almost are here na media channel."
But Opo, you know, I said something very pertinent. Make I say, that you should lose a final for the first time to win to appreciate the win. I'm catching say the only difference will be the pep factor. Say the pedigree near there, but he has that penchant for overthinking. It's one manager, Lucia. We find ways to make it calmer for him. I can say, oh, Pep, and so one yard deal, but or doing too much because you're respecting as one of the most tactful managers in this world. But the truth is that on the said match, he did the overthinking and affecting. I agree. He had played Chelsea twice with Rodri and the Fernandinos and Coast. This is now we lose.
Almost a season
we can't say Obomanka they win.
No, almost a season winning Emre Toso Miensa. Over 60 games. This is the third time Pep Guardiola bought a team or put out a team. One selected defensive midfielder. Yes. Well, Gundogan in that role.
Exactly.
Thinking Gundogan is fast, so when he gets on the ball, he can.
Saturday in the press conference, sure, I said he will go all attacking, all gang ho. He mentioned it that it's a one-off game and it's not going to be too defensive-minded. Or she goes, or she 10 or she 5, or she 10 or she 9, cry, he picks the cap, and I think that is where he lets himself down. Say Mimboni say, but I only find respect for him because he's tried it twice with defensive midfielders. And Chelsea channel, so you can't take anything away from Chelsea. Tuchel is gradually putting himself as a masterminder of reading games.
Yeah,
because he was shot twice within some short space of
6 weeks in the Chelsea City 3.
Exactly.
6 weeks and 1 month, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Pep tried a third tactics and farmer. Maybe that's where we can forgive him. Say, we say, line up, why is he not playing a defensive midfielder? Because that is Chelsea's main strength. If Chelsea have their Kante, you can get a half. Maybe Fernandino will give you about 80% what Kante does. Because his age is very, very good.
Line up now. We'll line up now, yeah, no.
I didn't put a Fernandino.
Rodri.
Yeah.
And I say I believe so about Fernandino rather because no reserve Fernandino for the Champions League final because of what?
Exactly. Kante. So we sit back and we are like, even us not experts thought about this, but the other side too is that he tried it in Wembley in 2011 and it worked. Yaya Toure playing as a centre back against the Berbatovs, the Cristiano Ronaldo's and co. No, I think the 2009 one.
Yeah, but Yaya also defensive quality.
2009 one.
Yaya defensive quality.
Yeah,
so
and then Rome.
What is a
Fabinho? That game
Fabinho?
was in Rome. Yes.
Yeah, what is a Fabinho?
Yes. No, but maybe I say it worked. It once you hear Juma and can you put another feather in his cap?
Of course.
But I hear Juma and people show party me 2009, 2011. Oh, he tried a new tactics and it worked. But this time around, they failing in the Ebeka. But I still can't wrap my head around because my time can say Chelsea weakness can create outside players, strikers. But midfield there, we cover say Jorginho and Kante there. In this you should avoid them or put somebody who will give him more than 100%. And Fernandino could have done that job on a one-off game. The only thing against Fernandino now is his age. Age is not on his side. But the quality of play there, you can never doubt him. I think it's okay. So I think Pep tried a new strategy after 6 weeks to be a shot twice.
Was he overthinking?
He was overthinking.
The English media for once were asking and questioning why Sterling should even start.
Exactly. You see, but those ones you call them trump cards. That's why first time I'm just saying because of president in here trump card, but maybe it has always been there. Ubeye bibia because he's always thinking, oh, about folding, there will be Mahrez, there will be this. Then he did a new trick that let me bring a player, maybe Tuchel would not.
All the players are now, Foden boy, Mahrez boy, Bernardo Silva.
Sterling Bateson and
Kevin De Bruyne for once was before he got injured. I didn't see Kevin De Bruyne that I see all the time in City games.
Yes, because Kante
marshaled all of them.
Was too good. They played ahead of themselves. Kante should have left. Up to now, I don't know why Kante was still at Chelsea.
Kante should have left Chelsea.
I mean, for everything.
Any day.
Because Chelsea fans, some of the fans were made to believe that he's not that good again.
Who Lampard believed? It was Lampard.
But
I knew that he was.
But beyond Lampard, yes, maybe there are a few times got a salmon so that we don't enter realms of absurdity. I don't know all Chelsea fans, but a few that I speak to felt that
they were beginning to fall into Lampard's thoughts on
Kante. Say Kante, they saw that Kante has done his bit and he's getting like 30 and why but to show board, they only say what Kante offers in games, which one hits mapper, it's not easy. And then the transition,
Pep Guardiola and Gasakra did talk about Kante.
Yes, the link up play is so fluid.
Or see Kante or a 2-in-1.
Yes.
Because defensively he's marvelous.
Yes.
And I'm moving with the ball. He's so quick.
Or a typical number 8. I think he should play more
so
8 than 6. Well, so it was a good day. Now I come Thiago Silva to behind there and also Boaka crowd. We had to virtually give way to
people have started talking about Kante deserving the Ballon d'Or. BBC, Goal.com, All Football, all the reputable websites. They have started saying, so far 2021, N'Golo Kante because Champions League, the player Bian Tuminje man of the match.
Yeah, consistent.
Consecutive.
Yes.
Real Madrid home, away, and then final.
Yeah, even Atletico Madrid too, you did a job over them. I agree, but I would say some of these awards in Sanke, technical awards are, then a team can sit down, look at it, add its A's and B's and tell you that the answer is C. But Ballon d'Or now, yeah, sure football, we are more used to players we are not used to silent predators. They be sure more the flamboyance, they scored the goal, he did this. But in principle, if you're number 6 and I think
the very bad midfielders are GB. I remember Luka Modric.
Yes.
And Pavel Nedved.
Yeah, Pavel Nedved.
I think these are the two recent.
Exactly. Pavel Nedved was more for number 10.
Yeah, he was more scoring.
Yes, exactly.
More of a scoring midfielder.
Exactly. It's a playmaking striker until you can really. And maybe a World Cup and so a Cannavaro. Recent, I think a defender to me, GB, a kind of pie 2006 Cannavaro to me.
Jamie Carragher was saying everybody's blaming Pep Guardiola.
Yes, I also blame him.
I say everybody's blaming Pep Guardiola and he doesn't like it. I mean, as much as he agrees with people blaming Pep Guardiola, he feels it's time the world recognizes the technical astuteness of Thomas Tuchel. Yes. Because for you to beat Omoka say coach Bakope na ISRDNB, was Pep Atwaso.
Yeah, for Tuchel to do it over
3 times.
Oh, why over Simeone, do it over Zidane, and these are respected coaches as far as Champions League is concerned. Simeone be on GB, but he's been a consistent customer for the past decade. Yeah, he's been close to it,
and he's been to the final twice.
Twice he lost out. But for him to be a three-peater, Zidane, at least we give him some credence as being a tactically good manager. What share winner? If even it's a fairy tale, you'd be unfair to say that Tuchel had no real tactics in him. He played to tactics and he really had it this time around. I agree.
BBC say Tuchel's masterclass leaves Guardiola in despair.
Yes, I think Guardiola did the overthinking. Ghana friend overthinking. At times you don't have to think too much. You need to just let it go.
So that means Tuchel got into his head.
I mentioned that Tuchel is more pragmatic. It's more a practical coach. And that when you are more of a purist. Once there's some tune, some more competition, and I bet fans Pep Guardiola talented case, so be winning pa. Once I say musicians, so born a talented case, so could be winning because he's talented or he's stone boy, but to be so hard work, no in streets, no. I don't know Shatawale. Until this is what I see in this situation, that a typical Pep Guardiola is a purist. Or your person, your money, Finchim, beautifully done, craftily done, and you see, he goes with all the accolades, and I think that's what affected him. Hansi Flick before the team on he was able to do it practically. But say I'm a tweaking, say I'm not the J. Now, so before this team, you've decided that why you be a Wabo Mares be top when winning it. No way, this is not how football is played. As much as you have your way of playing, this is a Chelsea team, Man Ashishe team. Maybe he also tried it in that form. He beat him to his own tactics. He also decides to play Kai Havertz. I don't know some more typical center forward. I have no baby at Timo Ben and he showed that Chelsea really needs a striker of a sort.
Tuchel said he was surprised himself to see Sterling start because he didn't plan around Sterling. Said Sterling.
That's what I told you. I've not even heard that, but that's what I told you. He said fire. Kebeta said the trump card was Sterling or being in that, and every coach must have a trump card. But the truth is that trump card should be something that will help, but not Sterling. I know a downward spiral. He's not really been seeing top.
Going forward, just like I was saying, Jamie Carragher say, yeah, Bob Guardiola was he overthought. Ibimukra saw disrespected Chelsea. If he say or because Chelsea are twice in or attacking no share Chelsea bear 5-0
exactly
fine now just a good Chelsea anymore say that was his plan of playing all these attacking midfielders. But Jimmy Carragher said people should rather applaud Thomas Tuchel because on nullify Riyad Mahrez, on nullify De Bruyne, on nullify Bernardo Silva, all the attacking players, even Phil Foden. Or see Oshe said na Okasa and Kabia
Sterling.
No, Guardiola said the formation and the system and called bonfire. Quebec said, wow, Guardiola.
Yeah, he pulled the first one again.
He thinks that we should also look at the other side. Say, Guardiola played this team. Everybody's blaming him that he didn't play any defensive midfielder, which is okay. Yeah. But attacking midfielders, we so throw matches, should have worked. Into saying to me, we should sit back and say, no, this coach also has something different, something unique. We need to appreciate.
I think I've said that already. That for me, I see Tuchel. But where I understand where Guardiola Shayank, I'll have a script for him.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Ferguson spoke about it in 2008, share Chelsea. Because I say or realize it's a Chelsea real strength in the middle. The Asians and Lampard's money are there. They were ACN maybe not did not play, but I'm only giving it as an example.
ACN played.
ACN played in that final.
Yeah, 2008 ACN. Cristiano Ronaldo. That time ACN was.
I'll jump in. I'll jump in. I don't want to think too much there. I'll jump in and share goal. Cristiano Ronaldo.
2012 now I am Mateo Amanamo.
Yeah, one Bobby. Otina bench is for the whole duration.
The Mateo no pay ACN.
Yes, the whole duration. No, by that time ACN was not too tip top.
But in our team, say you better you Fanambo.
Yes.
The Napoli they are all kind of
maybe you
felt final pianist.
You see, so that interview away Ferguson, then he said that he realized that one that in the real strength and outfield players. In your catch Vedich Musa Munya Bona, Ponsi Cristiano Ronaldo need to best room Mumbo Bon. Because all the year is all working born Lampard is sense and co in the middle, more chance. So I'm thinking that maybe that was a word they call Guardiola team said
Ramirez Munina.
Yeah. Where me sure say na koni trim say you know what mama can't tell bimbo into the munya ball now montoma for the money at the end ball can't will always have to run back get the ball omo the kwan mo gia na mo to wait in echi but it didn't work because work here and I would have told it's a perfect plan because ball in the middle Chelsea will outnumber you Jorginho only can't money at the ball mo bosisiano you don't have your Fernandinho operating very well Rodri is also a learner into ankebe affect you but because it did not work. Chelsea
another thing
played above themselves.
Yeah, another thing. And then I make kind BBC analysis. Magnol to me. Almost say Chelsea and I'm a Pep Guardiola cry alive.
Yes.
When why they said that he did analysis and went down and says first half Chelsea and Shakrescent commission 3-0.
Yes.
Or see if Timo
Werner they said
crazy you see I'm a or see if Timo Werner could shoot.
Yes.
Chelsea should have been up by 3-0.
Yeah, I agree. I said Nyani said some of these things in there. Yeah, yet I know Momuti and Kwan can say Timo Werner that is a real
he had I don't know why. Yes. He gets himself to better positions and get the chances.
Yes.
But maybe like you said I was see
but you see, higher level analysis that is where he needs a lot of talking to because he feels exonerated because Chelsea won. So nobody remembers how you won.
And especially
yes.
Christian Pulisic.
Because
did you see that chance he couldn't?
My roommates you cannot show highlights. Almost Timo Werner.
Bobby Opian
yes. Me realize he said that chance or truthfully mention, but I've realized I've read a lot of scripts and I say it was easier to score than to miss chance.
Yeah, man, first chance or to ampa Havertz yibo man or any shot would have beaten the goalkeeper.
Exactly.
He flubbed it.
Yes.
And now another one now can.
Yes.
Or born under his feet to or keeper and then he had another chance.
So we are not talking about him or he's not been under the stake today because Chelsea won, but he needs a lot of talking to because at that level, I see a Gina KJT and winning. But when you bring the game,
and that was exactly what
people will talk about
said after the game. Was he's lucky Chelsea won because
exactly
on only chance to call Messi and there was begging.
Yes, I mean you don't do that when you meet some of these items. But I agree with you that Tuchel deserves a seat when good coaches are mentioned because to do it over within 6 months, why she say it's not luck. When the 2012, nobody can say, oh, there was some lad Chelsea, but this team there, you can see that there's a tactic running around the team. And that's what they are really carrying.
Let's look at Chelsea defensively, player by player.
Yes.
Rhys James was phenomenal.
Yes.
He had BBC all the goal crowd and open now and all football. On my design and I almost say after game no
pocket.
James.
Yes.
James he after match now all empty in the pocket. Raheem Sterling.
For Sterling,
he had him in his pocket.
For Sterling, I think Pep made a basic mistake. You see, it's a one-off game. You've gone to Dragao.
You don't think Sergio Aguero would have tormented Chelsea? Chelsea would have been scared because of the record he has against us in big games like this.
Now you see, it is us and wishes, but the point is that
Sterling, no, and with Foden, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, De Bruyne, and Uncle Bo, even Sergio Aguero top.
Interestingly, the time I got onto the game, it was not Aguero, but around 72nd minute. He came to have some fair minutes, not less than 20 minutes on the pitch. But the truth is that he played him in games that they lost to. And I
said, no,
but you see, what your analysis now, it should be a full stretch analysis that why will Pep decide to do some of this elemental, what we call in our own small potato
maybe
pocket mistakes?
Aguero prior for the longest time. No, this is the
and
team
you were one
he
person
used
to
and he was
believe
winning.
that beyond football there was no way he would start Aguero.
Yeah,
Beyond football,
he doesn't like Aguero.
Where I have a problem with him because
City fans for
the past 2 seasons he's not really been in tune with Aguero. But Aguero has saved this game too. I saved him.
Yeah.
And the money They saved him.
He saved him. Yeah.
You see, when the money,
Some because of the first league say Yaya Toure won it for him.
Yes, people begin to think that why will a coach be so hot-headed and blocked that you can't impress me? Power Sema for life, Power Sema for life. That attitude, that is him. You can't take away anything. I saw Bia one bad and the bad line in
as on Onyaka Pep Guardiola Nyakase mempewa. No matter
but to push it further, I'm sure he's played him in game that they've lost against Chelsea. So now you can have all those beautiful conversations. Oh, Aguero would have been a better fit in the middle, would have put pressure on Thiago, Christensen, Moni, Adrian, Kobetima handle more better. You can have all those beautiful discussions, but it doesn't. It could have also been worse with an Aguero in it. For now, it can't because you have the benefit of hindsight. You can sit in the comfort of your chair. That's what we do post match analysis. Exactly. But in the spur of the moment, if you had won all previous games against Chelsea with Aguero, 2 games in our Chelsea, in a boy mattered most. So this is a member now. Then you can sit here and
Bernardo Silva started maybe because of the record we read.
Yes,
26 games.
Exactly.
He had not lost.
Exactly.
19, won 23 exactly. And then drew 3.
Exactly. So,
but he lost for the first time.
Yes. I mean, this was a fun. I'm going to say, pedigree, everything was at stake. Say number one keep not chem little forecasting not chem say one counterpart in 46 2 year 47 near there, but I was so much into it. I'm catching say well, they benefit me. Okay, say me smart into chem little, but at that point I'm say no, as smart permutations in combination in I was so good at it. Me badam yet I say wow, but someone that's a normal girlfriend no catch him say I shouldn't learn it because it can be addictive and it can be the end my doom. Why am I saying this? I was so cocksure yesterday that me catch say pedigree and record in Europe and first time since 2000. It is so much against Pep. Maybe you see that is where we should give him some. We should cut some slack for him. That we will be able to follow football religiously near there. Now, when it gets to those moments, the textbook, the world was against Pep, but he was trying to pull a chestnut out of the blazing fire, and it didn't work because of his own overthinking and wanting to be a purist. Because these are games you could have done. Unai Emery, that's what he was able to do against United. What one boy extraordinary, but anyway, what pattern are they playing? They are joking, they are just possessing the ball and trying to neutralize a United attack, but they are not working, they are conserving energy. And it worked in his favor. The same way I was expecting Pep to really play, but he decided to go the other way that mentioning
Laporte.
Yeah.
Reporter but said he wants to leave because he's not getting game time. Enra, do you think Laporte might have been because Enra John Stones struggled throughout the game? Enra Timo Werner for the fact that he squandered glaring chances. He made life terrible for Saturday for John Stones.
You see, that is where if he wants to leave, it's good because he'll be on the ambition in life. Sometimes people want to join the bus and celebrate. I saw Giroud.
I say he wants to go back to Spain, play for Madrid or Barcelona.
I saw Giroud.
But I think if he wants to move, it probably might be Barcelona because Madrid are to Alabanti. It will be tough for them to get another big money to sign a defender.
Yes, I mean, but like you keep saying, clubs you can only adapt to improve.
Yeah.
Until if you have the means.
No, but or he's not out of contract.
Yeah.
City would demand huge sum.
And I'm kind of put it based on like so Walabadia. Just like United will say so Cavani there, but sometimes clubs also depth of squad to win championships.
No, but
over and over.
From all practices,
I understand very well. That's I mean, in principle, it becomes if they have an Alaba and it has not always been on the cards, so it becomes a bit difficult. I understand you, but I'm only analyzing out of it. But so I'm not saying it is not possible or it is not true or having a counter. Wait. What I'm telling you is that it will not be bad because it's never been on the market. Now that it's on the market, they can rewrite.
I don't think he is. On frustrations reported, but just say he wants to go.
Oh, but so that he's coming on the market. Yeah. He's coming because the point is that I'm sure some players want they want to. I saw Giroud celebrating like he just won.
But almost he's almost gone.
Just had a kid.
Giroud.
Yeah, let me wait. Let me just say, I saw Giroud celebrating in the Porto dressing room like his wife just gave him twins. Meaning what? Well, I said that's when a big cry. He has a Champions League medal now.
Yeah.
Or what's now when you be? Some players want to join. He celebrated more than everybody in there.
Because no when you World Cup.
Yes.
So he felt when you World Cup.
But the other side are players who they want to play. They feel that this is what they are meant for the game because that's an Tariq Lamptey. People will be like, why did you barely want to leave Chelsea to Brighton? when they've not sacked you and they felt you a prodigy that they can nurture. But to Mr. Kasemasa,
Lampard didn't like him.
Yeah, but he made agitations. He wants to leave. He wants to leave too because he wants to play. Laporte, in this final, I will not hope Pep to it. It's a final. John Stones, Diaz have been playing for some time and they've had their chemistry, cohesion, and telepathy. So why will you just decide to changing and funk here, But Stones has always not been the top. In a game when we himself, Timo Werner and Co, the police station at the end, they are faster. One of their main strengths is their adroitness and their silkiness on the ball. They might not be very skillful, they might not have all the take-ons, but the tone one as of you have to pull the jersey. So that's where I understand that maybe the John Stones, Timo Werner can do a very good job or incision on John Stones. But Laporte now having those agitations, it's within his purview and remit that Semenyo been born as a third choice center after their Stones and him there. So others to say fight for your place, others to say no, go to a place that you'll be given the game's opportunity. So like you said, once the crack is shown now, you see, for everything they've done this season, that's why I said you should set your priorities. They've won the Carabao Cup, they've won the league, but this one looks like a failed season. Why? Because maybe as a team, Pep was brought to just augment and cement her. It will be dangerous. City now
what they want is the Champions League.
Exactly.
Just like
City now has
Uba started dominating domestic.
Exactly.
And he's dominated English football.
Yes, from
so he
2012
needs to go to the continental showpiece.
That is where why people might think that Pep, should he stay, should he leave, should he have faith in him?
Loxley Jr. is saying, said the amount for cancer. Pep cannot win another Champions League without Mason. I say, yeah, no credit.
But I've said it before.
Bayern Munich with all the players, just like you said last Friday.
Said it before.
When to me and with Lewandowski and Koyape and a Hans Flick. They had won before he went.
Yes, exactly. He had won a treble.
Everyone's saying.
Yeah.
Henkes, winning before he went.
Just after
he took over. Retired.
Yes.
People thought that he was going to continue to dominate.
Yes.
His 4 year in Germany.
Yes.
He 4 year stay in Germany.
He did well with the league.
Domestic dominance.
Yeah.
But continentally, he had nothing to show for. Then he came to England. Mm-hmm. He's proven himself to be a domestic champion. Is this the third time? Oh, we need league 3 times.
Oh, yeah, 3
with City in his 4 or 5 year stay.
Yes,
5 year stay.
Yeah,
he's proven it, and then every year he wins a trophy. Wanji league cry, he winning Kalinka 4 years in a row.
Exactly.
So he wins trophies in England, but to go in Europe and dominate, is he having the same problem he had in Germany? In England now,
so you run and come here sank of Ethiopia and I say Uganda because for a long it's meant for the 5,000 and 10,000 meters, which is a league run. You can make mistakes and still recover to one.
Yeah, because others will also lose points.
Exactly, he didn't start the league well. You have chance to make some mistakes to even re-strategize some games. Okay, me cover Chelsea, me from starting, but me am ball West Brom Wofie. Now me do our ball.
Exactly, so you can do
so tactically
those
like a chess
and calculations.
Or you play or you way competitor and compare grandmaster or chess where the time is not a factor. You want you to plan well. It will be at just a high level normal time. So you get me. But when it's 100-meter dash, 1 off game, two off games, that is where Pep. So tactically, he has something lacking. You see, he's a very good coach. You can't take any technically. You can't take anything.
The best coach, Jimmy Carragher Cracker said.
Yes.
Ophelia said Pep the best coach, and despite say Pep Lucy, he hasn't taken that tag away from him. He still feels he's the best coach in the world, but. He got most of the things
after
wrong.
yesterday. I mean, he's maybe
after Saturday.
Yeah, after Saturday, he's good. I like him a lot, but I like coaches. To me, yet they are very tactical over 2 legs.
They know
over 2 legs coaches.
Say this is a stake in this game,
exactly,
and he plans accordingly.
Because what best coach tag near the end, it comes with your kitty.
Yeah,
he spent over 1 billion near the end. He's been doing experiments near the Walaba. He makes mistakes, he corrects them near the end. How well is that best coach tag?
As all the drone about any pen no more now so my from so
no
you make a record.
In modern day, you can have all your problems to Claudio Ranieri, but his name will be mentioned because of what he achieved with Leicester. Virtually not too high a budget, not too extraordinary players.
Riyad Mahrez for like $2 million pounds.
Exactly. Kante money idea. He was able to get the best out of them. They were relatively unknown players. No, the yes, our magic. He just brought him from France and was but we should Guardiola. Now we should team a City Creya. And I say or the G Liga. It is no news. I'm not saying money is enough. Money and a little bit of technical acumen. Won't say, "Bia Sankode, Bia Stoke City, I call the league over and over again on a small budget. Some guys are the best coach in the world. I'll sit back and put my tail between my legs. I'm talking about tails, Opo. I'll put my tail between my legs.
Doing fantastic analysis. One go far memo anide.
I'm talking about now. Crime and I say, to not cry not in the tail. I share in 19. That means I'll be afraid to talk. To put your tail between your legs means that man come in KB. But if you raise a debate that is the best coach in the world you've ever seen her, I also bring that other side that Basa is good.
No, he didn't say he's ever seen. Or say he's the best coach in the world.
No, currently it's Tuchel. Not because he won this, but Kakrana Wayena. Tactically, I will give it to him. I would doff my heart for him. Exactly, I would doff my heart for him. That on what grounds will you look beyond Tuchel now? Currently, that he has the magic wand. He's getting the game. I mean, that FA Cup, I always told you, it is not it for me. Others will say, oh, no, I mean, you have your own way. Because the icing on the cake is a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I told it is playing out perfectly like it happened. One thing about analysts, he will give you 10 reasons why he's the best coach. But before the game, the former known to me, I agree. But it's also our job to do the pre and the post. Well, so Pep, as good as he is, I think those are the little things working against him. The man is overthinking. It's where it mattered most. League round, you do baby at Chalwa JV. You will Obian few.
Okay.
He's good, but currently the best coach. He needs to
I want you to look at Chelsea lexically, break them down from defense to midfield to attack, with players in isolation like Kai Havertz, Tony Rudiger, and a lot of people were questioning, say, why didn't Lampard see? In fact, is it goal.com? Almost say Oman Nemuni say, oh yeah, the Sergio Ramos of EPL.
Wow.
Yeah, goal.com.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's doing well.
Someone named as the Sergio Ramos. Yeah, Sergio Ramos of EPL.
Yes, because
so the questions they were asking is, why didn't Lampard see this? Yeah. Why didn't? Because Kai Havertz cry. The man of the match was between Kai Havertz and N'Golo Kante.
Yes.
Kai Havertz had one.
Kante.
Yeah, Kante obviously. Kai Havertz had one of his best games in a Chelsea shirt.
Yes.
On Friday, the Mikacho said, I've begun seeing signs in the boy about the ball retention and how he uses his
always
brain.
had it. I was watching Leverkusen. He had it. Okraboa. He's so beautiful. But I know say Chelsea near they are no bad. The stakes are too high. It takes a coach to tell them that express yourself on the pitch. We bought you for that huge amount because we know your abilities. Because Tony, a player like 50 million, 70 million there. It's almost a massa. It's a lot of money. Anything can happen to the player. So it's one of the biggest gambles. So for a club to think through, read their budgets and go down, come out and get you in there, that means they have something in you. Something that gets into your head, you might make mistakes. But I think I have it. Very young, very vibrant. He has everything going in his favor. But you see, for Lampard, I mean, this is what coaches are made for. Not every coach is meant for every team. You know what a coach will see sitting, one coach will see sitting, another person will not see it on top of the highest tree. I think those are some of the things that worked against Lampard. Because this glory, Lampard's name should be mentioned. Some of the players being brought onto the field, it was through him.
But surprisingly, I told you this about 3 months or 2 months ago that it got to a point Lampard was backtracking.
Yes.
The players, Kai Havertz wasn't his call.
Exactly. I got to a point. No,
because the players were not delivering and under pressure, and then he started talking to some of his English pals, and the news were coming out all over because the media and everybody will start talking. Lampard say Kai Havertz signing another place. No, then call. No, call to say Ben Chilwell. He called for Declan Rice. Any other day, some of the players.
All British. So their mind is British, typical British, which is there's nothing wrong. Ferguson was
whichever way British. They came under his tenure.
In a way. No, but not dream money the Ancontomo.
No, because on Sankomo buy
when you're French, when you
buy and come excel straight away. I think he wouldn't have gotten that far. But I won't say buy na Timo Werner, Kai Havertz. Ziyech was the only player I was baffled from. As a who glimpses. Sano to me Bogakra. And pressure on a Lampard.
But the boy changed. The name said the Germans take time to adapt, but they are very good. Technically, they are very, very good players.
Because Timo Werner, despite the fact that he's been squandering his chances, so sure Chelsea players are more performant this season. Because only the leading team the crowd would assist.
Oh yes, I mean his quality is never in doubt, but we expect more from him. He can never be a complete product. Now, Ocean style of play, when you have very good finisher around him, it will ginger him to.
Do you think Havertz has paid his £89 million sterling?
Oh yes, I do say in the No, we see one Champions League goal in the final there is enough.
Yeah.
I think for Iniesta, all the football lessons, he's one a very tactical, very brainy. But when you go on the statistics table, Iniesta is one of the weakest. But then the final goal, not 117th minute against the Dutch, Netherlands, it's enough. So for everything Kai Havertz have done, I think one Champions League win, Charlie, takes a lot. Even the legendary Ferguson, 26 years, had just 2.
Yeah.
Ferguson, 21-year-old Wenger, Pep, after doing it in his like first 4 or 5 years of management, he's still struggling. It tells you that to win Champions League, it takes a lot.
Easy.
It takes a lot. Since Pep is simple, the management he started around 2008, 2009. He's gone over a decade. He has to. He can go the next 20 years on Winnie. All that is done will be calculated. For me, we'll be share one goal in the final to win it. Torres never really did well for Chelsea, but I always remember that goal he was able to score at the Nou Camp.
I was going to
that's icing on the cake.
They brought all that and did all those master's degree, as you call it, analysis. Pep, Fernando Torres was the highest, the most expensive player.
Yes,
that's signing for Chelsea 50, and he did the trick for Chelsea against Barcelona.
Yeah, although the game had already been won, but he killed it. He put the final nail on that coffin.
In that all important semi-final.
Yes, exactly. Ramirez, that game I give it to Ramirez. Yeah, it's quite a beautiful goal.
And Kai Havertz.
Yes,
but you know one thing they did, almost Chelsea numbers played in Chelsea's favor.
Yes.
Kai Havertz, me say I don't know how people do this arithmetics.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz Eshe JC number 29.
Yeah.
And the game was played on the 29th.
Yeah.
And Messi Mount Eshe JC number 19. Right? And Chelsea G Champions League against Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
It was on the 19th of May.
Wow.
Exactly.
I don't know. Numerology. People believe in them. They use numbers.
Yeah.
They play
Chelsea play with numbers.
Because 2012, no, it's very soon about 2021. I saw all those ones.
Say Kai Havertz, JC number 29.
Yes.
And your ball no 29.
Yes. Sir.
And a Messi Mount.
Yeah.
And so 19 JC.
Yes.
On the mark Kai Havertz through passing.
Exactly.
And Chelsea last Champions League was won on 19th May.
Exactly.
In 2012.
A coach was sacked.
2012.
Yeah, 2012.
Yeah, and the coach. Yeah,
I even
coach was sacked.
No, midway. Everything points out to someone qualified for top 4. I have that hope. In terms of head analysis, anything can happen. But I was only stealing some of your chances because of a Pep Guardiola
who had never lost a final.
And it's a Champions League. I'll call him a serial winner of a sort because finals are work on it. So that was what is the only thing I took away from you. I knew Chelsea should win. Some more car cry, Dan Crow, Croman can look Betty. But the only thing about my chummy Naka crying is Pep Guardiola.
I have heard and see my Chelsea fans in Quatita transformer. I'm giving them false hope and all that.
Yes, because football has a cliche.
So now would you fear but so there? Then you should know that there is hope.
No, but there's a cliche called upset in football. There's no logic.
So what would you bet your house on? Because for you to say I'm going to bet my house on them, you know the chances are very high.
Exactly. No, every chances are high doesn't mean they can't happen. You can't just say detergent be 99% gems or 1% you bet me cool. Why someone can say 100%?
But with that said,
yes.
I'm giving people false hope. Man for go transform my home. Man impeja man for hope. A chance your chances near slim.
No, yes, slim. Because Obikacho said people have died because they had analysis of 100%. There's no way. Well, when I guess into people said, hey, I'm going to do about. I know some analysis have made people also lose their lives because I've seen it before. Because what they saw your fan, not that but some people.
But I told you, sir.
But I know some people see Beyonce Manichuka said there's no way.
I told you.
Or share game now. Let's say
I said people do analysis and say there's no way,
which is dangerous.
But I told you, sir.
Yes.
I was scared.
Yes.
But I woke up Thursday morning having a different feeling and conviction.
Oh yeah.
That was the feeling I
before the game you called me on Lincoln Street and I told you it's a done
I told you, sir. I had a
I don't know because you feel good.
Yeah, not me scared. I'm more especially. You say you know my boy you know to us. And I show me so Pep will not say for us to beat
exactly.
them.
He will be more focused and serious. That
3 times in a row, and then
this is why team I should joke around.
And then I also told you that the pre-match I don't know. I said he sounds very manganjo.
Yeah.
So I said the club is going to make history. They are ready to make history and all that.
When you had no history in the Champions League,
I was a little scared because in fact I respect Pep Guardiola and the job he's done at City. But then I woke up Thursday morning then I came here and I told you, say, who be shame so, but me that's sorry, ya wadana no pano.
Yeah.
Who ni call, and we are winning.
Yeah.
And you didn't believe me. He said, "Oh, don't give me."
No.
Mama, man, phone call, bim bam transformer.
No, that one was
no,
that one is meant to slow people down. Kakra ma ya che.
Intina na Francis hwehwe no.
Kakra ma ya che, you slow people down.
So mu Saturday now.
And number one say no message have you watch again.
Eka Francis so mu Saturday now.
No, anyway, she your friend
Francis,
now I was busy.
Francis right say ye kokoma Francis we say me ko check.
Na mama bankoma.
Na bankoma se lineup no.
Yes.
Baako
penalty for tell church right.
No, it's on the
yes.
Facebook.
Yeah.
So we'll look at that. Now look at from this perspective, Mendy is the first African goalkeeper.
Yes.
To have won the Champions League, right? Mm-hmm.
To win the Champions League. That's what he holds.
First goalkeeper.
You know, he has an interesting story that at a point in time he was even sacked from his team. And
you're sacked. No, you're unemployed.
Oh yes.
Okoda 50th team.
Exactly.
Oba Lille. I was say, where did we sign him? Lille.
Yeah, I think Mensa.
No, I think it's Lille.
Okay.
Also, by a Krani in Trianica from the start, and they saw him and they signed him. At the age of 23, saying Krano, you're unemployed. You see how miraculously things can turn around, and God can change. Rene, yeah. For Peter Cech, former club.
Yeah, Rene.
Yeah. Let's look at that. And Caesar Aspilicueta, the good old Aspilicueta.
Yes.
I mean, Chelsea team, no. You will not the only player on the final day. Meka se one shutdown who was Mason Mount.
Yeah,
but Mason Mount also did the trick.
You see,
just one incisive and quick thinking pass.
There was this article, and I believe I'm a student of research when it comes to how coaches made it. And Ferguson wrote that in a typical team, you need 3 levels of experience. You need a more hit or twilight or more their peak and a more exuberance womb. And that mostly defenders are like vintage wine, very good defenders, or more hit or 13 and more very much experience and able to do it beautifully. Your midfield should be a more picky. 27, 28, money, the Kante money, then they say go on outfield, so you need a bit of running players, almost you're young. When you start 3 levels in very well in a team, you can conquer the world. But where they should be running, they'll be walking. Where they should be crawling, they will be standing. That is what really affects most teams. But we Chelsea team, I think for now, when you have a clear blend, when's the first time it's when you word way right? Clear blend. If you have Makoya Santino, but they have Chelsea Maya there. Got the crab brand over send their money and here we heaven even knows that you lalate a lot lalation there so in principle, I think that is what Chelsea really had this time around. The team has speak because even the sign that let's go and bring a good old Thiago Silva, so why Shrimpa is good for the dressing room and some few matches or bring us a calmness and an experience into the team. Let's go and bring some of these young charges. Kai Havertz, Mason Mount. These are young 21, 22-year-old boys. They are now trying to find their feet. And they have a lot of football in them to play. So I think, just like you keep saying, say Chelsea, you're serious. That's what we keep call this team. That's what another young or burden striker. Fine, they can go for experience. The Cavani and Lewandowski is also giving us a different twist. That, you know what, keep the young charges, but you need a bit of experience out front too. See, I think that the Chelsea story will be beautifully written. After this game, everything will be rewritten because it's not even. And then a man here started and said it was not an expected victory or win. So I understand their joy because no Chelsea fan, even about 5 months ago, would think of you winning another European trophy in the shape of a Champions League and even go on. Maybe the only thing they should add this time is good for the World Cup, a Club World Cup near Monkoji. That's what they couldn't do it their last time around. They have another opportunity as a okay. So for me, we can keep talking about Chelsea and everything going right at this moment. Everything was so right. It was good to see your man to Abramovich. I mean, he's happy again.
Yeah, Abramovich had the first meeting.
Exactly.
Yeah, me ne ahweso na anipa ba ko a Chelsea kum no pa. Ekuno said ye kum ya.
Yes.
Yeah. So tie my cancer tie for so say Paul de Sousa abedru fia ha.
Yes.
Na mema Chelsea fans ni nyina father e be ka say or the asida be ma Paul de Sousa mine. There be a Chelsea be bobola. Yesre no a ni di kwan so. On text or Facebook. Na on kasi be lose 2-0 because if we say or start here ni nyina o kasi be lose 2-0. ni nyina so ye wini ti yesre no ma unpredicted that Chelsea say Chelsea be sheda because anytime he does that, he be any akwakolusu unpredicted in the affirmative. And only the Paul is also it's already a general secretary NDC Massachusetts. Wabedu, hey, there's only one general secretary home. Yeah, secretary. NDC Massachusetts. Wabedu fiha. Yankone yani Reverend Father Inokusi Chiramatin in Nkomo. Father, ono na the African Diocese Catholic Church. Yeah, Massachusetts ha. Na Father say ansa no be ota wedding no. Ese me ya di mano. Manucho.
Bo antem no man.
Oti yon.
And I said, except Father Bekasa, I said when the anthem becomes the
prelude,
symbolic, yeah, the emblem, the soul of the club. Okay. I call it the national anthem of a country, and I will call university now. VC Bekasa.
And on the procession.
Yeah, exaltation. You need to exalt before he gives the message.
Yeah. Chelsea anthem. Come on, to me.
Hey, that's another call. Carly wouldn't say me call. Huh? I have to. I need to.
Manucho. Many father be Chelsea unkomo Jaini ni unkomo Mr.
Mate.
Me hype pa. Who see my mama.
I wanted to break my virginity, but I also my break it Mate.
Okay. Nti father Ebeka father online so but Reverend Father Enoch Kusichira Martin oseme mo anthem na satiti. Father one time no na ekono. Blue is the color. Football is the game. We're all together and winning is our aim. So cheer us on through the sun and rain. 'Cause Chelsea is our name. Here at the bridge where the rain or fine, we can shine all the time. Home or away, come and see us play. You're welcome any day. Hey, blue is the color, football is the game. We're all together and winning is our aim. Winning is our way, blue is the color, football is the game. Father Wanyaje.
For national, me that's question with you. Because when you have job, so pana.
Father, Fire FM, how did you feel last Saturday, and how did that reflect at church service yesterday? Because my auntie be brefia sorry sienra, ade awde ya manfo asore no. Yes more.
Thank you very much, my brother. And I mean now with you for what say. Manuchu, Michio.
Yes, sir. Mr. Michio,
Chelsea team no a kingdom.
Yes.
A empire. So yeah, the Champions League na obi enim say you know baby ya no correct na abema bubu Lampard abreso now so obon na breso we na group stages now obo modern papa the obetimi aye oye onso na sinto ewo ne dwumadi nim kakra de then so master tactician the great one oba ye no who say o make tremendous changes ewo team ni mu enunti yenkunim die no nyame yedana se waye biama the greatest kingdom, the greatest empire. What says oyi nyame a utie ne mampa na players ne so no what more the papa and go for bebre FI underdogs say intimi nyahwe
almost say the world against Chelsea. In fact Saturday pre-match amebeye no ebi mu say 5-0 ebi mu say 4-0 Chelsea prediction no Chelsea they didn't even respect Chelsea say 2-1 and now 1-0 crowd obi akra ma Chelsea go 4-0 Paul Disoso di baby on the day by Friday no Chelsea be lose 2-0 because of Opo National
me na me your confidence say your best Man City and yes say bi ni asho mu president here me na me very sure say your best Man City
Father then na ma sure sir
number 1 me trust coach you know so say we really Pep Guardiola formation no ache Pep Guardiola formation e go ni nsem so number 2 I mentioned that injury or play beyond anyone who were around that time.
Yeah.
The players were fit. Number 3, almost shared the history, almost back. So, we be a person who do that stage now. When you do Soko Chelsea, Stamford Bridge. That's Soko 2012. Infonin pictures there Bob Boho, Didier Drogba, Lampard, John Terry Mono, and then he plays the Kukuda, Omo Abba, also person who sitting out. And they were determined, and you could see right from the blast of the whistle. You could see Pastor Lam himself, Man City bet dominating game, no 2 ways. No 2 ways.
Yeah.
I also see no go for the back can say or Chinyadre or Ghana and Brazil.
Yeah.
Say Ghana dominating Brazil. And there will be a coach is almost to say Man City, this is the kind of football they play.
Yeah.
They will possess the game, no 2 ways. But at the end, tactics and it's coach naturally say yes. And the Pep Guardiola and you play or not.
Father na Mami Misa say o share Chelsea team ya Champions League ya J top 4 ya finishing next season. People are saying say the way the coach is building the team, Premier League title no be back Stamford Bridge. Who ascribe to such sentiment?
It will be too early for now, but I wouldn't rule that out completely. I wouldn't rule that out. The pressure will not be on the players. The pressure will not be on the coach. No 2 ways. Because also, what's in the interview now? He's there for trophies.
Yeah.
He's really
in fact, he had his first meeting with Roman Abramovich, the first personal and physical encounter with Abramovich.
Yes.
Enra. Now, see your catcher and he say he's even hungrier now. He's hungrier, or promising to say he's hungrier now than ever to win more titles. And he's told the players that if you want to be one of the greatest players on earth, you don't win one title and relax. Win and win and win and win. Be greedy. And that is what he told Abramovich yesterday.
Yes, that is very true. And America, the pressure is not going to be on him to do more. The Champions League, a trophy, a very high standard. It was a performance, the level and the level of football all born. He has to upgrade.
Yeah.
Namenta this year N'Golo Kante world best will be pressure neighbor players to cross more. So I wouldn't rule it out completely. Say Premier League intimate. I know some Belgium more trophies.
Okay.
They say your major AU Super Cup somewhere in July, August. See a better Valencia near Super Cup. And look at boost more. So
Villarreal never.
Yeah, Villarreal.
Team now mo share Manchester. Team now mo share Manchester tan.
No, Valencia when
Villarreal. Villarreal, I'm na Europa League.
I want to say Manchester United.
Anka Valencia crowd ya sanka father anka yenka respect kakra um.
Villarreal.
Valencia crowd ya anka be Manchester for any die kakra. Villarreal.
Okay, whatever the team was you say it's a Super Cup and it is super. And a Super Cup say what year my pressure no see pressure and the better almost. It's team ABC.
You better club. You better club World Cup.
You better warm.
Changes by now by Professor Thomas Tuchel and with regards to anymore. And then there were reports to say Olivier Giroud is close to signing with AC Milan, and then Tammy Abraham wanted by Everton and West Ham United. Emerson Palmieri is almost leaving. Striker Ben, there's been a rumor of Lukaku coming back to Chelsea. Erling Haaland has changed his position now. Onya Chelsea Obeba, and then Harry Kane is also in the news. Say Akwenya wohwa, sad 3 strikers. Why now Obepe Chelsea inside no ML augmenti yenimho?
That's number 1, of course. Yenimho here. We need a prolific striker. I will rate Haaland first, the Dortmund striker, Haaland. On American first. Harry Kane will be my second choice. Lukaku, or you're good, but on your clinical finisher as compared to Haaland.
Yeah.
So Haaland is young.
Yeah.
The vitality, the strength or our footwork. Lukaku doesn't have that footwork.
Yeah.
So Harry Kane, what the Harry Kane to toe Haaland.
Yeah.
Harry Kane will footwork but Haaland will pace. Our footwork, the nice pool, or your clinical. With these 3 strikers, they are all good. They are all good. They have all performed at the highest level of football. But say I should make a choice. Haaland will be my number 1.
Haaland will be your priority. Okay.
Yeah.
Father, in himself, and now you're busy. And Father GP now. Say, I cried. A man for say, Yama sports analyst because you're fantastic too much. Now, before I made Jano, and Radian, of course, was sorry, them father, you see, Simon Crow, we have now review. You see, a month for you against into also making sure so pay back.
Nothing really agree. So, you got me chief of staff for our treatment, and on the crowd, you declare, say, your best seminar, where the mayor wedding, yes, Petrolina.
Yeah.
Paul, name answer Penny Nicholas, now.
And a Kofi Alamo should be baby.
Oh, Alamo, yes, what the only
number one Chelsea hater.
Chelsea Lucy and Yankamu, but me catch of the best. Me catch is in one average.
And Christopher do Chemunina did baby.
Let's go for 1994. Tell me Tuesday the Bay program me declare Chelsea best. As against Chelsea.
Hey, what was some crew about London, Hontia, and you also made sure, say, Uzuma who say, yes,
I was really sure. I felt within me that we will beat Manchester City. I really felt because you said Real Madrid, we know. And my confidence in the course.
Okay.
Yeah. They were really determined. The players were determined.
Father, yenya we dey ye ma okwenya ebi a obi our person ochiana no especially Chelsea fans. Especially Chelsea fans bi a ebi a unimu omo ye say koko football bo so ho. So onua omu a da bia obenya pass. Ti yenya wa no pay answer na ebeja okra no. Ebi a encha ba akumienu bi a person ode ma adofo no especially Chelsea fans.
Me da se group o boy juma ojuma di so kwa chire me di asida enentia e ma se di okay Chelsea fans ni nyina won na wo pa sorry in one of arc me din Akins mo kuku mo aha wo mu nyina ta Chelsea achi e do ma se papa
and I say cat keys aja usu
yeah cat keys aja
usu so Chelsea ni pa o
aja usu no say that any team bi abai say Philly Chelsea more on yes so passionate
and now Oshede na sorry manu crassos de year one nice so tawachi
munya so mota munya ya against
hey sir
hey ono Arsenal sniper
oh no wonder asamuan
Talabani akida for
asamuala ni bia manu chonkrofo ni bia
Manu Chelsea against them
hey Arsenal nipa
Yes, but some of the other London. I didn't be paying him. Yes, then they are on my side.
You don't the master Catholic St. John of a Ghanaian committee na your domasi. I mean, sure more. But men for whom I mentia the newly wedded couple, so and Samuel.
Now, Samuel Chelsea
Petrolina enemy. So say one more no somewhere there's some contact. Maybe any Petrolina. So indeed. Kingdom.
Oh, and they say, what a time to have a wedding.
Wedding there, double you
memorable wedding. Utimaji Champions League memenda. Now your wedding kwesiada. Wow. What a honeymoon omoko.
You know, celebration the you so.
Okay.
Say next season so now I shall say August no.
Bekoye. Father CP, thanks for your time. You know you're busy.
Yes, thank you very much, Opo.
Okay. Okay, Reverend Father Inokusi Chematin, Ono Ena Oye, Reverend Father Edema African Diocese Catholic Church, I war Massachusetts, Anya Ghana for Kenya for Ethiopia, Nigeria, Nairobi, Africa for Ono ne da omo ano na oye die hard Chelsea fan just like myself now it is ye no ekasa no ye joining ye my callers no ye viewers ne ye ardent listeners no join the show no na men kind mo messages no. Francis says welcome also you had a lovely weekend. Francis we kra de hu nya zo beka wa unim wasem wa na asibroni ba won tade. David Agbanyaga says, thank God another beautiful Monday here with beautiful colors. Blues forever. Chelsea, no bagawaya, no shaking, Opo. You do all. Mamia Bankuma says, Opo, I see you had a great weekend. All smiles and still in the mood. Me nimse mood no better kodia because the way I Messi activating me mood no. I don't know when it's going to go. Now Bobo na say Paul Delali di so mu nyina se ubelu so a na wo sha adentinense se wanije okay my main kind message we in free hall Samuel Opoku Jamvi my younger brother or Real Madrid say against the for no ka ho against the for no yeah ono no ka ho Sami message or the buy any Opo I know you be making much noise today pa but before you even start, let me wish you all all the Chelsea fans congratulations. You and all the Blues congratulations and well done. Obe kano cry. Mamia Bankuma says phobia made my weekend a little. Phobia we still the masters. I just hope Oli will not spoil the mood. But still, Oli
derby. They have a derby. I mean.
Oh, and you're fabulous. Yes, yes, feelings free. David Agbenaga says, I agree with Manucho. This year is for champion club, no Bagawaya. When you were talking about us winning the league.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying, Lawson Jr. say the reason Man City lost was because they had no defensive midfielder. Lawson says, Opo, you guys should give analysis on Chelsea and Man City game and talk about what they did good and what they did wrong. I think we already did that. And only in Nyanya no debate. Lawson see Tuchel is already a masterminder. Mami Abankuma say he overthought. Pep overthought. And no DM, no defensive midfielder, and him playing Sterling out wide. Kante deserves the Ballon d'Or. People have already. Father even said, "Say now Kante is going to win the world."
We are going to the Euros near
so performances, and so
will
come to play.
If he goes there and he show glimpses.
De Bruyne was neutralized. I have never seen Kevin De Bruyne. Mamia back in Kumana this time. Yes. I've never seen De Bruyne back England. I've never seen De Bruyne on the field that 1 year as effective as Saturday.
For me, it's had bad games, but yesterday big players make big games. So yesterday should have been the icing on the cake.
He was just nowhere.
Yeah,
it got to a point. Maybe Kalusha said, "I'm making Kalusha." I say, is Kevin De Bruyne in the game?
No, but you see, this season it has not just been about. He started well. He went off color. Gundogan took over. Then Brad Mirez. Then Phil Foden. Some team now winning. But people expected him to exert his presence on the game. Yeah. But for me, it's no strange. Say no, Diana, baby, it was forthcoming. Never.
Agnes Asari says, greetings to you, gentlemen. This winning tells you what God can always do. Miracle that we don't see or know. Yes.
I'll bring the two kids in.
The world against Chelsea. I always go back. The world against. That is how you guys turn the game. The world against Chelsea.
I think the world was rather against City. Because every statistic shows that they can't win.
England in Ninakra support. I don't know what Chelsea has done to people.
That Chelsea will support us now. So also support you, Bia. In your Chelsea world, you don't support anyone.
City going to final with us now.
Yes.
On any given day, I'll support us now.
Why?
No, I don't like City. And
okay.
I can't like City. I don't like United.
Interest.
And I can't like United. I only support City or United when they are playing, and I support with Chelsea interest. Yes. This is Chelsea per points,
yeah, permanent interest. But me, Pep, I've never been a fan of Pep because I have a lot of articles about him. Life after Messi, I've predicted. I said Zidane even to do it without Ronaldo. It's another big one. I'm looking.
Lotson says they say without Messi, Pep cannot win the Champions League. It's coming to pass. Kweku Mensah say Pep lost the match for Man City. Or saying your players in the lose here.
Yes.
Pep in the lose match.
I agree.
And then Lawson see James really bullied Sterling. Yeah, he has Sterling in his pocket. Yeah. And then Kweku Mensah say, how can you play Sterling, Foden, Bernardo Silva, and Mahrez in the same lineup? They are all wingers. Daniel Agboke Houston saying, good morning, congratulations to you and all the Blues fans. Yes, I know Liverpool new.
Yes.
Paul support team me.
Me support team bia.
To predict and answer predict team.
Me me only party bia so. One support party bia.
Okay. Me I think the best team took the day. Pep did well.
Did you watch the game?
I watched the game. The City fans.
You were watching with keen asu against Supporters Union. Now Massachusetts cry or chairman.
I think say it was the opportunity that Chelsea got, they
took advantage of it.
And the referee, I think the referee did very well.
Yeah, he handled the game. Yeah.
The only issue I had with the referee was
Kevin De Bruyne Priano.
there was a ball, it was in the penalty box. I saw it.
Reece James.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should have taken.
No. Emra, when your politics.
Penalty for.
When your politics. Emra say it's a ball. Nebo ubi be ansana kaninsa. Any penalty. What I say, Reece James here. And no crana so obvious, but the ball hit a ball hand. Yeah, and who say referee signal say a ball hands and a ball hand. So and the VAR also check it. And they agreed with the referee.
Okay. Yeah, so
director without touching any part because I'm say a ball baby and a body you don't have control.
Yeah. Then that's it. So I think
and those the people one fighting for that.
I think the coach from my point of view, the coach overplayed. he was too aggressive and
he was overthinking.
Yes.
He wanted to kill Chelsea just like you wanted him to do.
Well, for me, I knew Chelsea was going to lose the match. That's what I was thinking because if you look at the analysis and look at the two coaches,
the whole world, the
two coaches
from Goal, BBC, just say Sky, everybody.
Look at when you do the analysis on paper. I think City has a better chance of winning the game. But hey, the best team takes it.
So but I had a counter to it. If you do analysis on paper, we analysis on paper. Chelsea were better players in Europe with pedigree, everything. They were.
Good morning, congratulations to you all and the Blue fans. And then Mami Abasi, he wanted to go all attacking, which backfired. Lawson says Pep should try to bring Messi to Man City so that he can win. Man City, Messi is not coming to City now that Aguero has joined him. His best friend Aguero, City.
Chances are very slim.
Yeah, he's not coming. Mosi Opo Aspi also did a good job. Yeah, Aspi Liquita with Chelsea 11 there. Honestly speaking, you can't fault any player.
They played for each other.
Yeah,
the experience came to bear, the exuberance came to bear, and the being good came to bear. They exhibited all the three branches.
Mendy is the first African goalkeeper to win the Champions League and keep 9 clean sheets. Lawson Opo, you see how big PSG is a joke. See all the players they had. But still, they couldn't win it. Blue is the color that is coming from Matthias Hughes.
I disagree.
PSG.
They have to taste their first one.
You don't have to agree.
Nobody tested their first one.
I'm so glad. Matthias Hughes says, "I'm so glad we won." Opo, did you see the block Rudiger had unfolding? That would have been the first goal for City. Yeah. That was a master block from Rudiger. August 11 date for the Super Cup. Yep. Chelsea will be there, will be ready. Pius Hayford say Chelsea did fantastic. Congratulations. Chelsea is officially the Kings of London. They are now a big club. When
he's from a Liverpoolian. He's a Liverpool fan.
I see. When will Arsenal win anything in Europe? Opo, please ask Manucho for me. Thank you.
You don't have anything.
You will answer. You will have to answer because
when they win their second Premier League trophy, we will win something.
When Liverpool
wins a second Premier League trophy.
So Pius, I think Manucho Amao Anu. Yes. Michael Abrokwa, thanks for joining us. Opo like Kane will be a better fit than Haaland because Kane has played in England for his whole life and knows how to play well. But when Haaland comes, maybe he's going to struggle like Werner.
Maybe
it's a possibility. Yeah,
like the Kai Havertz and Werner, where are they coming from? And they are the one leading charges, and they are now winning. You see, those arguments are
no. This is somebody's opinion.
And unfortunately, I have the microphone, so I can give him a beautiful answer. That's the unfortunate part for him. I wish he has it too.
David Agbanyaga says, "Tell Paul Di Soso." What is Simon Danokasa over Dantem?
I saw it.
Tell Paul Di Soso that he shouldn't worry that Phobia will win the trophy for him this you're a Phobian fan? I was seeing man in your Chelsea there. And then he said, I really love my Roman Catholic father. His analytical skills of presentation, the color is blue. Yeah, father and so Eddie no. Okay, Manucho. Meaning quick one on the your summary on the day with regard to the Champions League.
Yes, I think move on. Time is fast spent. I mean, now that's my big brother to is here for us to have a beautiful discussion. But congrats to Chelsea. They did what they had to do.
But Pius has responded. I know the Oka say we are not kind. Me person make kind.
They are not make concern.
Me person make kind.
But Manu said they have only one Premier League trophy. Just one.
Me person make kind. We no asa because you
have the why like it's all one. I'm reply no. Me one I'm in time reply. So I think I've done well for him. I mean, a very good morning to him. He says he's in London at the moment. Why you lucky? We need two.
Okay. Mamiaba is fighting for Pius. Now I'm offing your microphone before I read your messages, and then we'll switch attention.
Yeah,
to
so
politics.
I think correlation to Chelsea. Well, you can have all your mistakes now there, but they've done what.
Why are you taking me for lunch this afternoon? You and Paul,
where do you want
because
to
you
go?
guys owe me lunch.
For us, we like African restaurants.
And today superficially.
Yeah, we go to all the African.
And then Memorial Day, right?
Exactly. Today's holiday. Yeah, you go to everywhere you want to go.
Okay.
It's in my pocket.
I hope you guys
I have a budget of only $50.
I hope someone yet to say Alaja Lima. You have what?
A budget of $50 on your head.
But don't forget
so
you owe Mamia Bankuma.
Oh yes. I mean,
because yeah,
she did well. She got closer. So you see what we can do for her. I mean, we wish they were here. We bring them to studio to have a beautiful discussion. I mean, but you find a way to put them on. Opo, you're planning and can go so. Yeah, from a beautiful way, but it's still on. It's a week-long way. Into a bit no much. But Chelsea, they've done well.
Kind of Namakai say, Alaji Ali Maradona Demeka.
Yeah, $250 Canadian dollars, $200 American dollars. So they've done well. Well, sure. You see, there are times you watch games and the referee's name becomes even part of the mention. But this time around, 99%, I don't even know the referee's name. It tells you that he did a yeoman's job.
He was fantastic.
He took his name off that controversy list. Chelsea have also added their name. You see, I always say Lighton hardly strike in the same position twice. So for them to do it over and over again, they've now cemented their name, like Pius would say, among the greats in Europe. Anytime that podium is being called, they will have a seat in there. Although they still have a long way. They have only one to catch up in United. You have two to catch up them. It tells you how well they've done. And the team can only get better. And like we keep saying, it's only one department they need to sharpen. Getting a prolific centre forward and a striker to really join the four, and I think it's within their remit, and the coach will take them play. But maybe they may measure Muchule next season. I think next season will be more difficult for them, but there's a school of thought it to be easier. But I'm just saying, when coaches come, they come with a new vibrancy and new philosophy. Now coaches need to plot around Chelsea, and that is when they have to prove that they have a dynamic team and they can get the results in their favor. So kudos to them. For Pep Guardiola, the voodoo is still on. I obey my advisor. He's still young. I mean, he will be in coaching for a long time. He even has more than 2 decades ahead of him. He should stop overthinking. This is him. He's formed already. He did it at Barcelona. He did not invent the tiki-taka. Johan Cruyff, but he came to perfect the art of tiki-taka. I think he's diversified his game a little, but still not too much enough. For them, I think they should carry something to this one. City, it was about Liverpool. They won a year on. They were able to get it. Near the end, it shouldn't they shouldn't get disjointed at this point. We are picking up signals they might be, but I think that it's only a wake-up call that they need to change a bit of the curve, but they can come back stronger and win it. I have no doubt. Although the signals we are picking from their camp doesn't look easy, all the cracks are beginning to show. They were hair cracks, now they are becoming structural cracks. That is where the problem is. But if they're able to keep the core of the team and the manager is able to keep his head down, believe you me, next season they can do what Chelsea, they can do what Liverpool did. I'm waiting for Liverpool a year on they came to win it. So I'm praying for them and I wish them well. I'm not praying for them and I don't wish them well. For me, it's a UPL thing. Oh, Mike no awful. United no Mike no off. Mike no off. Pius says you haven't won anything in Europe, but you want us to win another PL when we have 19 league titles. You pa. Oh, Michael of Mintina Mikasa, me person we na me do mo Mike answer. Okay. Mamia Bankuma says, Manucho, you have the platform. Who said chair? A very good afternoon to them. Okay, Manu. Unity Radio 103.9 of Abosu Sini. Abusuya yadi si ona yadi aseda kese ma nyuma kobi eti se Big Olubi Chambabin Hair Salon Asama Street in Dan Auto Repairs and Richway Auto School. Omada Roman and Elma Eddie special edition of the post UEFA Champions League discussions. Eddie Abraham Yababeshe and semi PPF free my Ghana mu Danko African Market, KM Raf Roofing, Rashida Financial Services, Raf G-Man Driving School, Vernon Women's Health Services, Dr. Kwame Amponsan Danon so Atayechi. Ena yede ebremu na biam so abie phone lines no na mo de mo adwenkyere ede aba Paul Mbacho ben twakunya no kosi kakra bi ma me na o camera no asa o do animu sie etie for this is your camera and make sure say o face your camera aha nye Chelsea be lose 2-0 ene ye wa ha. Okay, we have a lot of issues on board ene anopay awie ewo Ghana sisi akwa awie na boy ewo ha because it's 12
o'clock. So we have 1 solid hour to do our discussions before we open the phone lines. Now, and then some we'll start with the ECOWAS. ECOWAS are suspending Mali, and they have made a call for a new civilian prime minister to be nominated immediately. Court orders laboratory scientists to call off strike. Kaya ne peace news by say labo for say omo enye juma to omo strike. It started from Kumasi and then a Haiti nationwide. But court say omo resume and omo returning to a Juma. Kufado's knees angers Ghanaians with disrespectful comment against whole technical university. It was about an appointment at Kufado. Eddie Ama Urebi and Ghana for Bibri Kasafa say we a job for the boys. Position our critical Edian Obey near day and then Abba Akufo. No, what's the name? Nku Akufo, right? Aku Akufo. Yeah, Aku Akufo. Abe hiti Ghana for said Nipa no qualified or school or hey
Cambridge.
And teacher say one school Ghana we useless or Ghana system.
Elitism.
So we are looking down on our own education system.
Yes. I mean it's unfortunate. I mean very bad.
But my problem is why is it that I'm beginning to have some I don't know expression be any feeling be in me. It's really bad. I say aban we ya de bia na say enipa ba bonten be criticize and now be ni omo nyadwena as supposed to omo to omo to explain. They come back with insult. They come back using language a look down on people.
Yes, and I'm wondering why he said whole polytechnic. Or you say whole poly. So here, I'm not attacking Nana.
Ghanaians can no longer finance your opulent lifestyle. Sami Jemfi slams a Kufuado strip. Obekaya. That was the Friday topic. Is that public purse you promised to protect? Ablakwa asked Kufuado. Ghana not in a state of insecurity. Obeka Nanado Suko Cape Coast over this weekend. He had time to speak to the country. Oko address students. Oko program and then he took time to cover a lot of areas, including Ahmed Swale, and then which is an area I'm interested in. You have interest, yeah. So that is our prime topic for the day. Government not covering up Ahmed Swale killers. They will be caught, tried, and punished. But the question is, how long and why is Kennedy Japan mentioning names, but the police hasn't come up with any name?
And he decides to also go and throw another jab in there because Kennedy is part of your government and he's talking. So he decides to go and say and cover. I wonder why he even took the fight to himself. That's because people are saying the country it's part of the insecurity subject he was possibly addressing. So where is the insecurity coming from? What are signs and evidences of insecurity? Ahmed Swale got killed, and we haven't still gotten to know who the murderers are. So he's trying to address the insecurity by talking, say, oh, I'm voice, cover up, and all that. You know, we'll come into Kennedy all that.
No, the topic has been out there.
Yeah, but I think recent times, I agree with you, but I'll go deeper into it.
Yeah. So these are some of the issues. By emphasis, Emma, Dr. Kwame Mponsa, your banner and Memorial Day Utia, the news for you, and it's saying, Yamia Dumama, Yanya Ghana doctor, when you're in a residency, and there will be on one clinic, Obitumia, your primary doctor. Now I show Ama Wato, needing the Dr. Kwame Mponsa, Vernon Women's Health Services, Wasem, and Aminoka, Amu. On Vernon Street in his Eswa. On say Udru SDA for sorry than who street in the Mupai, Vernon Uko Street, now Wintrop, and so across Roho. Now Vernon Medical Center building in Munuo, Mipacho Udrua or suite 312 for elevator na third floor, suite 312. And I'll be Dr. Kwame Mponsa. Or see Oba Wanyim. Oba afina obenyim problem with your reproductive system, hormones near hormone disorders any ade nyina oba obesho otimi said the makano aban America aban money to me and otimi ayo primary doctor nti emapom din or specialize here or gynecologist nti misro ema ni nyina muntumrika na munkohwe we e kan say yensu ye die mon friend 508 459-2706 508-459-2706 Offer Dr. Kwame Mponsa any Vernon Women's Health Services omu ebejo so no maboa na bibia konkan sikasam ntutu nyina Rashida Financial Services open mortgage protection college planning life insurance with living benefit stress your retirement any Medicaid any bibia for you about Rashida 781 354 3060 781 354 3060 or see sikasem to tue na uyam wanso free counseling on your capre bakra ni nyina so obebo ho omu nyina taichi na yede this segment of the show ede ebro high unity radio 1039 anopabusu osuni mamema Paul Disoso officially akwaba Paul akwaba pom design
nyame adom mejo so
ho ye ba
nyame adom ho ye twojampo adarmenti odma beju anom ene de mafia moves ya ye bomi wo echire no na build me bomb mafia moves me wo hanom na ye de be so anope
mafia moves ben ho asem na okay
na se opo woni ma no chu mutumi bomb mafia moves me ma me senators we come amon kan ne ma ne baba ye ne nyame yi kwan ama metumi abeju ano
ene kankan ne nyame nkan ne nya yina kan ne nya se atwa so
na ye betu aso no me de aseda kese e ma measure member ena mebusuafo nyina ena me party chairman Kojo Ago me communication officer ato ena party phone nyina me chomo anope na ya ba anum se anope ye ba be ka eyi party papa ajisen kofa join no ye philosophy ye war the reason why we support and we still believe say NDC is the better choice for Ghanaians. We'll put it out there. Also, I want to put this this issue ahead. I'll be mixing the English and the tree because good will tree. Now I just want to state that Ghana is retrogressing under this super incompetent government. Nanado promised a lot of things. He lied to Ghanaians, and even just this past Saturday he went to Cape Coast University where he was ordained a doctorate degree, and he went there lying to the good people of Ghana. This is unfortunate. It's unacceptable. Ghana is no more going to take these lies from Akufo-Addo and his government. We are going
I just welcomed you. You don't have to start getting ahead of yourself. I just welcomed you. You accepted my welcome, and then you greeted your wife, which is allowed. Until me ain't get into issues. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Me go ahead of you. Until me introduce you. Until me pa akache say. Intro na Ghana for ye tramono is too much.
Mucha ibi. Mo breast no musu mucha ibi.
Intro be na ye tram.
No, a question and bisa. You don't answer question with question. We see intro na do ucha Ghana for no endorse no do.
Metumi abensin nyina achiro.
Okay.
Na also can try.
No, me defend you obi. Me bisa question ba ko pe. Me say monso intro no mucha ibi.
Ye intro. So far as I'm concerned, ye intro. I just saw the two on them and then we interrogate the issue.
Oh, maybe so question. I just demanded a simple answer.
We intro.
It's simple. Let's move on.
You see they be intro.
Me can say intro.
Yeah, this for you.
Me can say intro.
I am Muchebi.
Intro be na you try. You put it and let me interrogate.
Muchebi na.
For now,
as far as you are concerned,
the question at stake is that NDC was in power. The media and the civil society, the clergy, all these people were saying all sorts of things. They had the freedom to speak. They spoke. They tagged that former administration with corruption. They said all sorts of things. Now
they tagged or some things happened. Let's be honest here. The fact that Porty.
I'm not saying corruption never happened in NDC era.
Okay,
there are some corruption cases
they tagged.
There are some corruption cases that happened.
Okay.
That we took them on. We didn't cover it. We exposed it. As we speak, we have one of our own, Abu Gapeli, landed in jail as us now. In this super incompetent government,
Abu Gapeli, one didn't too.
The case started at our time, 2016. Now it didn't call court and started court case now. Now 2017 and I answer but before
it could have been exonerated. You taking him to court doesn't mean you've done anything extraordinary.
You are talking to the viewers. Don't lose him.
Oh, I'm enjoying him already.
No, the camera is showing his ordinary connect.
Even before a government will be bold to take his own to the law legal process. No, it's a plus. If we are having this thing in this government, Ghana would have been a better place for all of us to live. This president is a clearing agent. He continued to cover the corruption, the stealing in his government.
Welcome on you. yeah, issues. I don't want you to get ahead. I said, what ban, what do agenda, and what setting? I didn't know issues you cry every and this government is corruption. This government, I don't want to was it.
Me set him agenda.
Okay, Manu. Quickly, I want you to go international a little bit. ECOWAS suspend Mali. There were attempt of coup d'etat.
I think they even succeeded because they have an interim colonel Bina Omafano to take over. You see, insurgency, as much as you believe it should be something of the past, but maybe when the people get tired, they might. I'm not supporting it anytime because in this case, sometimes lives are lost. People lose their genuine properties near there. So sometimes go through the ballot. But I mean, wake up call for the whole West Africa that we shouldn't think that the democracy we are enjoying today cannot get out of hand. The most important thing is that there's been some bit of calm. I mean, they did not kill the two leaders, the president and the vice. They are still there. They were really they gave them house arrest. So now I'm interim president so that they normalize situation. I mean, it's a good one. I've heard about President Macron talking about it. Say I'm Islamic insurgency in Ecuador. They are not happy. Interested. They have a lot of French soldiers there, so I'm surprised they still manage to somehow succeed with this one. But I mean, it is close to us. We can't sit back and say that it's Mali and not Ghana. They are just some few miles away. I mean, say America, Banca, they are still part of us, but we've been divided by as a cake. The Europeans decided to divide us to share among themselves. So I am thinking that it does not look like it was a bloody one, but it should just be a wake-up call to the whole Africa, especially those of us in the West, that if people are complaining, you sit up and try to get it done. No, president is free from Ghana. I mean, he was in Ghana and he had to be taken in there. It's a bit of bad news, but there's a bit of calm now. But I wish the right things would be done, no matter what, to come to government.
Why should Africa wait always for people to strike before we do the right things? Why?
Our leaders. I mean, it goes back to their doorstep that sometimes there are teething issues that you need to address. I believe that there will not be any need. UK, but who is the Prime Minister of UK?
Of course.
Because internet, yes, the master basic theory of needs. Once the person has these things, you don't even care. Because you need to make jubilees, you need to make Flagstaff House. But the basic necessities of life needs to be. That's why we get leaders of the country. Say you need to be self-actualization, and I say we need to have a comfortable life. There's a reason that they will tell you that maybe I've been born American. It's like winning lottery on your first day of that you are born on this planet, because at least there'll be some little things for you. Last time you were telling me about more benefits even coming on its way that people marvel. A friend who was telling me that sometimes too much input. It's beyond comprehension. In the midst of COVID, people are enjoying. Your continent and some of these things are used as cover up for the people to struggle and suffer. And so I think it's born out, and before a coup can succeed, the masses must also not be too happy. Countries like Finland, Norway, near there, you can't go have a coup over there, because at the end of the day, we are being told they are the most happy places on this planet. So for these things to happen, for these insurgencies and stuff to happen, the people feel that they are not being catered for. Not that they feel, the people are not being catered for. And I think this is what really brings about some of these things.
They are being taken for granted.
They are being taken for granted. They are not being given the basic, because Matisse, a population census, a lot of money. Kenofurata spoke about money being voted to have some of these things done. Now the other side is that in quality forma omunya in Kunjani Adentinaswa. But
the president also spoke about it.
Yes.
And
the hospital situation, and the power voting for this census now Yarea. He had a chance to be flown to Minnesota, This doesn't look like very good recipes for people.
But census, population census, there's some kind of bad thing to do, because it gives the government of the day an idea of your population size and the needs. Because America, how many years?
Ghana is 10 years. The last time it was around 2010, 2011. No, but the money's involved in the money. You hear the money's involved. Now, besides, it creates avenues for chop. Yeah, it's a some of these things happen.
And but at the same time, some people it will create employment for people too.
But a lot goes down the drain. We should cut our quotes according to. I'm not saying it is not bad, but the money
it is not good.
The amount mentioned sometimes. You see, we are all Ghanaians living in Ghana. We can find ways to give jobs to our teachers. It will not be too much. I think it should be within budget. But you begin to ask yourself that sometimes it's way too much. I mean, maybe my matches are less. But I mean, we'll be some say, why do insurgencies happen in Africa near the end? But because you see, affordability, something being expensive has to do with affordability. One man, I come moving pay didi no charge $50, not so sorry car. I won't say it's nothing. I've spoke to a man, also on a moving pay car no didi. Oh, Chroma say he spends about $40, card no didi. But that money is translated to Ghana, maybe about 300 cedis and 250 cedis per meal. Now minimum wage about 11 cedis now. I just say people are living on civil servants now. They are living on minimum wage near there. And I think people do these things because their lives, their comfort is being taken for granted. The little things that they are asking for are being taken for granted. And once it's that close, you see, the good thing about Ghana, the reason why I sometimes love Nkrumah, Onya human resource and our brain development, and it was faster for us. And sometimes dealing with a Ghanaian, as much as it's not happy, the idea of let's go by the bullets in at the end, we are not well near that there, and we don't want to even get there. That's why people like Paul is so money there, but their job is to put the government on it, so they have their also fair chance to come and rule. But governments in Africa, mostly West Africa, are taking the populace for granted, and I think that is what is really causing some of these things. Because at the end of the day, you will not succeed. People tried. I remember the days of Jiwa Nomni Adinya Yete. Even after Rawlings's own, people tried. But maybe because there were some relative improvements, it might not have worked. Or the other side too is that they build their military power such that it really goes in their favor. But maybe the end say we should learn and we should be able to share. But whichever way, it's not a good call. Okay. That this thing show up. And you see the deja vu. Now we ECOWAS are suspending it's always go through the same pattern. Sometimes I look at the patterns and I'm like, I read the story and sometimes I have to go and check the date, whether it is a current one, and I say chenache. But the bottom line is that leadership should start learning from some of these little things. You don't take your people for granted. The status quo should not remain the same. People have been in opposition. We know the things that they said they would do, transform 18 months, blah, blah, blah. And we know those who were in position that they were doing Baz Brandon. They were doing all these things. I mean, sometimes they tell us, now, we shouldn't talk about it. We talk about Sada near there, the things that went into it. I always am of the view that you learn your mistakes, you agree. For me to even think that you have a penchant to really change the situation. But if you still live in that policies of equalization or making that feel good that I'm better than this person, then there's a big problem that you are going to face. Oh, maybe you are better. I mean, there's a cliche now that so because I catch NDC and say, MPP, MPP is just like NDC. No, why are they like us? That's feel good factor. Yeah, Papa. No, that is what is killing us. They all have their own issues. Okay, but that's asking yourself that mistakes and even enumerate. I'll be very happy when I meet people like Paul. They will enumerate some of the mistakes they did and how they want to correct them. That is how you appeal to people. Fence sitters. No, they want another chance or some another chance. Me a fence sitter. I think they made mistakes. You are not even accepting they made mistakes. It's a reason not to even vote for them.
It's already 12:20.
Messi time between him.
No, I'm talking about the issue that we have because ECOWAS the non person it was briefly.
Yeah, Garulos. Some people are just Garulos.
Paul Akwaba, you have interest Obeka Bibiga Grava Mali no.
Well, the Mali issue is unfortunate. I mean, that this thing is happening.
For Now, show headphones so that you can listen to yourself and know how to adjust your own volume. Romance how.
It's unfortunate, say the Mali issue. This thing is happening in Mali, and also you know that the world is an ecosystem whereby we depend on each other. So I think the ECOWAS has putting it right in the doorstep of the military regime that has taken over the country. That it is time for you to bring in an interim,
prime
minister
to come and
take control over the country until election is held and for the new president to come in. What I want to put over here is that this should send a signal that moving forward, there's a time coming whereby, or the time has even come, whereby when you try to do a coup, You will succeed as a military or whatever it is, but you should know that the ecosystem, the world is an ecosystem.
Yeah.
The finance, the support coming from external factors and all those stuff, they will cut everything from you. Now, you could see that ECOWAS is now putting pressure on them. Not even the European countries. ECOWAS is putting pressure on them that they should make sure that, this thing is fixed as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, as Manucho said, when pressure, people are talking, people are being, pushed to the corner. This is what it ends up to. And a similar thing is happening in our country, Ghana, whereby people are suffering when they ask them to fix the country. We have people telling us we should fix ourselves first, and these are the things that lead to certain things or such things. But I will not say, or I will not come and sit here and then say that I support coup.
Yeah.
Coup is not something that is right. I will not support anybody who will make any coup to any government. Let's go to the democratic way to elect president, and then if you don't want the president, let's go to the ballot box. You move him or her out. And I think Mali should do the right thing. They should put steps in place. The military leadership that has taken over should put steps in place ASAP to get in an interim government, and then let's move the country back to democratic rule. We are not going to or we are not going to support this military rules again. Military rule is far gone. We are in the world of globalization. And
quick one before you finish that one. And I'm coming on so Rastafarians no mun sembae no court order ene.
Say Achimota should admit them back.
Achimota and Gio back. Your quick comment on
Well, for me, this is a great news. To me, Rastafarians, it's not the Rastafarian that is going to do is going to have any influence on those cases over there. I understand that the schools has its rules, policies and rules and regulations. Yes, it is true. But there is a freedom of religion. It's part of our constitution.
Yeah.
And that is their religion, that's their culture, that's their belief. So I think Achimota this issue should have gone to this far. I was expecting the administration or the authorities in Achimota school should have granted that exception. Just give those kids the opportunity. Let them come to the school system. Let them go into the school system. If they come to the school system, you lay your rules and regulations down to them. As much as the rules and regulations say that you have to cut your hair down, and because of their religion, let's allow them to go through. But if they do anything wrong, then you can take them on. In any case, they didn't have any case or any example that they could have related to it. Is that because the people are Rastafarians, you're not going to admit them? And I think it's unfortunate. And those guys are brilliant guys. I learned one of the guy had eight once. We don't do this, but I'm happy that the Human Rights Court has set it or has come out with the ruling that the school should admit them. Now the caveat over here is that these boys, one of the guys still home. He's not schooling.
Yeah.
The question is, the court has given its ruling.
But academic
that's
period,
what I'm coming. That's what the school will have no choice than to admit them. But the question is, will those kids be getting their freedom? Would they get the support from the authorities and the teachers?
And the teachers, yeah.
Those are something that
some of the questions.
The questions.
I think prudently, if I happen to be a parent,
I'm coming there. If I were to be the parent of these boys, at least they've set the record straight. They've established the fact that you cannot deny them on the Rastafarian denying them. I think they should look for another school for their kids to go, because those schools, those cases, when they still force them to go to Achimota, the teachers will come after them, the administration will come after them. They can even set them up, create all sort of issues for the school to come out to make a case that we said it. So I would think it's a good news, but let them move on. Let's go for another school for the
Manujo, quick one on that one.
I think it's victory for human rights activists like us. At the end of the day, I've always believed that. That's why some of us I may pay some of these reformed societies. Although I agree, Ghana also wants to keep to its cultural conservativeness. But we stress our story way now. I think the school erred. They had their own rules, and I've always maintained that one. That before the start of a competition, you put all the rules of engagement on the list. Computer placement system should maybe request for those things, that these are the school. This should be done. But in any case, the school was so boisterous. They had that attitude that winning, and people tried in the past and they lost any idea. I mean, just as we say, Nana we judge It's acts are beautifully, but it's a female judge who sat on it and said that the boys should be readmitted. Looking into the issues, you set rules, just like I like the way Paul went about it. There should be a rule that they should break. Say, okay, we'll tell no. I say we say. I mean, that's what happens. And I say, people, you can keep your hair all right, but you can't keep it, or you can't make it unkempt and come and sit by us and feel that because my religion there. But how it will affect your neighbor must also be established. That way, a bit makes you be in man and say. So I think now it behoves on them whether they will still decide to go to the school, because it comes with its own added pressure. But it's good that the court has said that, you know what, you can't deny young Ghanaian students, burden students, the chance to school because of their hair or their religion, because Ghana remains and will be a secular state, that people should be allowed to worship freely and do and practice, provided it will not infringe on another person's own rights. And so I think for me, I'm happy with this, but how we take it on from here will make it more interesting too. There's chance for appeal, and I say BB by Achimota also going there. Unfortunately for them, the PTA na say revise that the school should be. It's interesting to say that it should be kept short and very natural. Natural hair means what? Obi kumi and I saw the cream and I said all those things were considered in there. So the good news is that I know there's a school of thought, they will say that no, they still feel this way, but that is why there's the law court. Once you all agree to go to the court to really have a ruling, it binds on the school, it binds on GES, and I believe all those things were done in this discussion. GES were the first to say they should go, then they back down due to pressure near there. So they run down that they've considered all these things, and if you respect the rule of law, and Achimota knew that they could win or they could lose, the right thing is to be done in these circumstances, that the boys need to be readmitted for their schooling to be done. I've seen people, doctors near there will chroma or more Rastafarians near there. Talents will be lost in the name of this. They can hold their views, but this is a good ruling as far as I'm concerned. Okay. You are still cruising on Unity Radio 103.9 Pabosu, Jumedia Debremano Pebia, Danko African Market and Wholesale, KM Raf Roofing, Rashida Financial Services, Raf G-Man Driving School, Soper Driver's License, Worcester Hadie, Osofa Jiman, Wajibe Biaboso, Brano Nibi, Emfa, Emma, Obo Jume Yepa, Osifreno, na Oni Uninkomo, Oye Mame, now when Yefi. Ebi abrofo na hawa so far adwuma so dear friend no obejo license number within a minute. Permit na what problem? I just call him 774-329-3271 774-329-3271 na any Raf G-Man Driving School nkasa na ono so mo manu ma membra also na. Yes. This is how I want us to run the show today because of time constraints. I want you to get into the topics. Me bobo so no Ahmed Suale Kele Kufuado say abayin nkata hwe so, and then you look at and only related to or say on mine insecurity be any. I want your take on that. And we look at the public purse spending last week. Ebeto just last week. The minister is supposed to go to parliament, but Okuja to Blakwa ABC say public purse na nanado o promise ye say obebo ho ban no eno ho adwuma na wuye. Ghanaians and Asamijan also added to it. Ghanaians can no longer finance your opulent lifestyle, bro. So I want you to look at all that. I mean, court order laboratories. I know because it's an order from court. So we are hoping they will follow the order and go back to work. But the news was that lab on this can Ghana omuzo omunya adwuma bi no omode omonyama gu ho ba court so omonsan ko labor commission court they should still
dialogue.
But
it wasn't clear, so omo say doctors ni bi ni omo doctors ni mo rule hu omo as doctors na je adwuma ni nyina boss so any omo ye bossy on them and stuff.
Exactly. It has nothing much to do with money.
Say bia ye nti omo car na say omo ni internal conflict.
Yes, which they want them to be ironed out.
Definition of rules.
Exactly, which is very important. You drink a chroma and then a bomb. So be on the role of phlebotomy said yes, mechumoja, it's me area of specialty, endocrinologist. Or be our role to play. Sometimes I can say your friend is synergy. People feel that the head is more important than that little finger. But when you lose pinky finger, you lose 50% of your strength. When you lose your neck, the head is useless. And so all these things are put to play that be our role to play. This eyebrow here, a role to play in a person's life, even your eyelashes. But that's now your beard. You know the other. You want to really know the use of beard? I wish I could call some people to explain to you. The men with a lot of beard. I mean,
James Harden.
Why do you think some women put it on their list that you should have beard?
Papa, and ma put you on normal list.
Exactly. There are some women like I said, "Ben, we need beard." No, because it is very useful. Obo.
Yeah. You have 3 topics.
So virtually, no. I think that is what the problem in Ghana. I've been to hospital and I know, be a doctor, that's feel good attitude. He's more important than anybody else in the system. So, but the point is, you can't sit down strike. The grass surface, the women are all over the place because it's a health service you are giving. Into a survey, then you go back and when lives have been lost. I agree that some of these things are very
because
life for me they need to go back.
No, make us the court has given a court no ma order there, then it's a running news. Yes. But I say court so we expect
the court follow it whether they will go. Ghana the court cannot they are still misbehaving.
If you don't go, then you can lose your job.
Yes.
Or there could be punishments.
Exactly.
Not just a contempt, because once you were represented in court by more lawyers,
competent lawyer of
jurisdiction.
So go to work and dialogue. Simple as that. I mean, yes, I'm reading.
Yeah, and you look at a Akufo-Addo cousin, no, niece. Now I'm
unfortunate, and I mean because
so you have. Let me give you like 12 minutes. Is it enough for all these topics?
It's enough. It's enough.
So for more time, Kakra.
Yes.
So start with Akufo-Addo. You know. So you've gone through all the stories. I know that.
Yes,
and as Sami Jamfini Black one story. Yeah. So more or less Akufo-Addo niece, you know, and then Akufo-Addo lifestyle, opulent lifestyle, as Sami Jamfi claims. Yeah. And then Ablakwa is also asking, Senanado is going down his own promise because he said he was going to protect our pets. National insecurity, Amaswali death.
Yeah, Akufo-Addo, then I think you went there. I mean, it stems from
niece,
a young,
right?
Niece, a young boy, be a man position, very Jake Bediako. No mind presidential coordinator for youth engagement and strategy, and our people felt that, like you said, job for the boys. Then this young lady, a lawyer of repute, decides to jump on Instagram and start denigrating people.
Yeah,
that when people have gone to Cornell University near the end Cambridge just for no more certificates, not say you see, it could have beautifully said this thing without going to that stretch. That one, the person is a Ghanaian, he's also been to school. That's the man position.
This is her tweet or what she wrote.
Yes.
Why? Or see, people are actually haters in this Ghana. Like, how are you angry that someone who is very qualified for a position has been given that position? We should be celebrating. Someone has gone to Cornell University and Cambridge University. We have ministers who speak and the entire nation cringes. Education is a valuable asset, people. But sure, let's pretend a young man's Cambridge and Columbia degrees were picked over your cousin's whole police certificate because of elitism. It wasn't even a question.
Yeah,
because of elitism.
Let's pretend, and it's that's sarcasm to say that people feel that Ghana is entering a class
and Cambridge over
exactly. But beyond that, another school of thought. But the point is here, there might no be say a job for the boys because it be a Ben Akufo-Addo. It's maybe the people are not even fighting about the certificate, but people feel that there's aristocracy, elitism, classism near there. No, most of this was being used, bourgeoisism near there. That which I sometimes also tell you that Ghana is entering a class of elitism. Say there's a chosen class of people who need to be given positions, and I think this girl beautifully cemented it, because that is how she, even the angle she wanted to take it. That's wako Cornell, wako Cambridge. That's your man position. Now let's pretend it's in the same consonance with Obioko with Ho Polytechnic, and why even the use of Ho? Is he trying to bring ethnocentrism point? And I said, but maybe let's say she could have chosen any university, could have said Kumasi Polytechnic or anywhere. But for her to go that stretch, and I think, and Neman here a bit dangerous.
Some of the messages.
The president
Akufu's mentality that we who went to public institutions are underqualified is sickening.
Yes.
We are being ruled by people who don't understand us because they are not one of us. How has their arbitrary degrees helped the country, and what she went and what she wants to tell whole poly graduates?
You see, she should have exercised decorum and common sense and decency.
And then another person says, maybe the way we are not to hustle.
Yeah.
I say Akufu managed to fit elitism, classism, ethnocentrism, just like we're saying, etc., in all one screenshot. Impressive.
Yes, exactly, because that's how. What that shots and was sharp, because she managed to put everything there. I wouldn't even want to repeat those words, but I said she should have exhibited decorum. She made a very good point because Ghana, the point is, say me corner say my school na me a Ghanaian na yen ma she bibia. You can half and puff. Why say you no? But why shouldn't be managed by should be Paul this also? When I'm also a Ghanaian, it's a Ghanaian.
What is the position even meant for? What is it going to do? That youth, whatever position.
Yeah, it's another way. I mean, strategy, youth policy and strategy. Yeah. It's another debate, but I want to focus on what the person is saying. I want to focus on this one, that you decide to choose your position. What's it? Unfortunately for her, no, you had Akufado's niece, because that is where the catch, the phrases, the trappers.
Some people are criticizing.
I want to make a point. So I'm bringing the fact that, is it something that she's been hearing from the house all the time? Family, she has Anieka. The family quickly need to tell her to come and apologize. That there's no way she really meant this one, because unfortunately, the more I read, I make sure that I read everything. And for you young guys, you have to say that we call Cambridge and I say so call Oxford and I say Cornell. That makes you see and Titino. Titino Obi very good students.
So do you then agree with the person who sent that message that they are not one of us?
That's how she makes it seem. That's
one called Columbia, one called Cambridge,
and these are institutions of repute. I remember when I was in Cornell near the Yesika Kenya Kobe, because we share no moji that time, like $32,000. We had the opportunity, sir. If you can grab a scale, you don't do it.
Via Masters Nabaho, almost VRF.
Oh, okay. How many one? Yeah, VRF.
Almost salutu. Say so much VRF fans be among kutu.
Omo yellow and omo Johnny. Madam, you omo yellow. I say
VRF for yeah. Twaso.
Yeah, exactly. So why would she? And I make her say, I brought the uncle because they quickly need to tell her to go and apologize. Is this something she's been hearing from the house? I'm doing say, I'm a class society.
No, I don't want us to believe something she's been hearing it from that. No, because she's an old person. She's a lawyer of repute, so she knows what she's saying.
You see, because the uncle's name has been mentioned, that is why. Because that's how the angle they want to take it. It's just a write-up. But my interest is Akufubia wako Cornell and now wako Pennsylvania, UPenn, no Okasa, and then she has the right to me call early school to make me boast. You'll be believing where she went. But your association with the presidency and leadership should let you exercise a bit of common sense. That is why I said they quickly need to tell her to come and apologize. Okay. But the damage has already been done. For her to really go that route and say that, can you compare Cornell to Hope Olive Bueno? I mean, for Christ's sake, it's one of the low-minded tweets I've ever seen.
Isn't this the same things we've been discussing, that because they don't access, you remember finance minister, right?
Yes.
Or say my 2-week hospitalization in Ghana has really opened my eyes about the health infrastructure needs of the country,
which is very, very strange. But sometimes I understand. Won't call what? I'll sometimes tell you that 2006, my family took back way ambulance from Takrady and could do Kolebua when you bed for 3 days. I didn't know that was.
No, but I'm just trying to stress a point. To say that means they don't even assess the healthcare system in Ghana.
So if you've not been close, you will not see. What I agree with you is that you are closer to powers, so you need to do more work there.
How can you address the problems of the people you lead?
Yes.
If you are not one of them, if you don't understand them, if you don't take their how into consideration, and you look at Abuchi for measurement, Abuchi school for measurement.
I mean, that's a young girl who decided to go that route. But even Kenu for that, the another person focus on him say one bed Minnesota for 2 weeks and him say Ghana problems in here so huge. Say no Moji and Sonia Adiana. That's where you say that wow. That means you don't know even the system you are in till you had a brush with a hospital in US. You didn't know that Ghana has teething problems in the hospital situation. Yeah, quickly let me leave it. But for the young girl, she needs to apologize and she needs to change her mindset. A Sonia renewed mindset. I have been in the system. To Ghana,
I would rather want you to even leave a Kufuado insecurity on Sika 70 and then I'll take that with Paul. Neshe Ahmed Swali. Ahmed Swali. Leave the trip and 2.8 million.
I think you'll do it.
Let me just say, Opo, it's unfortunate. I get sick, I get angry, and I get aggravated when I hear such people related with the president, speaking to the good people of Ghana. Opo, you see, this president is the most corrupt, the most super incompetent, the most, lack integrity.
Where is that, sir?
Lack integrity, lack credibility on the Republic of Ghana. Why am I saying so? As we speak, okay, when this man was in opposition,
are you speaking on the subject of Ghana?
Yes, he stood on a platform and stated categorically that he will never come and practice family and friends business, just like Mama was doing. But what were the facts during those times? The fact at that time was that the only relationship related to President Mahama in government was Joyce Munta Bawa. She was the only direct person related to the president who was in his government. This man did politics with this in association with Professor Adai. These people were all talking about the.
But are you
know what? Let me land. John Mahama was playing family and friends. You understand? Now, for him to come government,
where sometimes I'll jump in. He did not. Baben started this whole thing. And they took advantage of it. Yeah. So why will you try to? Baben said that the president is doing family and friends. Yeah. Baben, we can go into history. He said, "Why can't I also finance or the
Baben has said it. I mean, so are you trying to tell me that Akufo-Addo is a podo?
No, it's not.
No.
He was asked, "Will you do this?" Because Baben is saying it. That's for Akufo.
President Mahama he won't do family and friends.
So don't say he said he will not.
He said he will not practice family and friends. As we speak, we have over 52 people who are related to him directly in his government.
But Akufo no is one of them. She's a lawyer. She's not holding any public.
She's not holding any public position. The person they gave the position to is not related to president. Is the person not related to the president?
No, the person doesn't relate to the president.
What do you mean?
I don't have that one.
We don't have that. We don't have that. The person doesn't relate to the president.
Even if the person does not relate to the president, okay, I am saying on record that this is the president who is inward-looking person. He's the most disgraceful president ever Ghana has ever produced. Because Nyama Oka or what opposition who said he's doing. I'm addressing the issue. He's doing the opposite way. Now let's come to the issue or the statement that was put out there. Look,
by Akufo.
Akufo is related to the president.
Yeah, that's what we said. The niece.
Yes, because they have or they were born with golden spoon in their mouth. They look down upon the other Ghanaians who have struggled to go to school. For her to be making our personal statement saying that somebody has gone to an elite school, so therefore
Cambridge,
he should be considered over. I mean, that is. I mean, I don't want to use any bad word on this show. That is, madness. It is crazy.
You don't even want to use.
For
her to make that such a statement, this should tell the sort of president and family we have. Ghana has become a country whereby there's a group of people coming from a particular house who are in charge of government or who are in charge of Ghana. They decide what Ghana to do, or they decide how they will.
But we give them the power to lead.
Because they lie to the good people of Ghana, and they continue to lie to the good people of Ghana.
But
and I say this
way, how does that connect to lying to the people of Ghana?
Feel that way.
They lie to the good people
I know
of
you
Ghana
might have your points when it comes to them, but
Ghanaians voted for them. Ghanaians voted for them because they lie to the good people of Ghana. You see, Oppo,
yes, sir.
I am saying, and I continue to say that Ghana's problem is the media, which you guys are part of it. The media is number one. The media has caused Ghana where it is today. Number two,
who address the issue? I want you to be synchronical so that people will understand the points you are trying to drum home.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't mix the issues together. That's why I even took Manucho off that traveling issue.
Exactly.
You've got to be specific so that people will understand.
I am saying
say aku fudiene and I say and I'm not in support of the statement because I feel say very unfortunate, very denigrating.
It's very, very bad.
It's looking down on Ghana. So if you're addressing that particular issue, you've got to be on that until you're caught to say you share traveling issues. And then you said, okay, the president promised to protect our pets, but he's doing otherwise. Then you can tell me he's lying. Then I'll agree. But this issue has nothing to do with lying to the country.
I am saying it has. Because the president was coming to be a father of all. He was coming to, make sure that Ghanaians.
But Paul, my placing on record say, sir, Jacob no no news tabloid and Abeka say or related to the president. It's not been established. Yeah. Obano girl no na man for criticize it. Say Nana do a creative job for the boys.
And is it not a fact?
No, that's why I'm saying, sir. Story who pick his story out, don't distort the fact.
I'm not distorting
fact.
the fact.
Or and also a creative job for the boys. And Nanado offer no buafu say. I'm for criticizing Nanado. And no put you out this tweet, which has become very insulting to Ghanaians.
Yes. I understand. I know what I am doing.
Yeah.
I am saying the lady came to defend his uncle because people were criticizing his uncle.
Yeah.
And I am saying that what are the facts? The facts are that the uncle, when in opposition, said a whole lot of things that made Ghanaians to believe and trust in him. When he's in government now, he's doing the opposite. That is why I'm saying that he lied to the good people of Ghana. He said he was going to work with the common Ghanaian. He's going to work with the civil society. He's going to work with people who in the country. Now, how is it that Waba Bemu, there's a positioner? Now, in Obi, I'm not saying the guy who they gave the appointment to should not be given an appointment. If the guy qualifies, why not? But the question is, why is the president relation jumping on this issue? What interest does she have in this issue? We want to know or want to know her interest. What is she interested in? Why is it that if there are issues against his uncle, his super incompetent uncle, and we are talking about it, they will come jumping insulting Ghanaians? Is this what they promised Ghanaians? They lied to the good people of Ghana right from day one, 2014, 2015. We warned Ghanaians that these people are liars. Akufo-Addo is a liar. He's a super incompetent person. He doesn't know what he's doing. Ghanaians did not listen to us. They voted him, they brought him into power, and this is what we are facing now.
So you are telling us on this network that we say the NDC mun try and throw him.
Me can't say anything try and throw. Don't take me that. I've not said that. Now the question is, why is it that when we are talking, you want to divert
no. All of my question. Akufo-Addo lied to us. I mean, I wouldn't be here sitting to defend Akufo-Addo. He's lied to us so many times. All of the issues. I mean, I'm not, but I'm asking.
Yes.
Just like you said, Ghanaians did not listen and we voted. So, are you telling us now that if we should vote for NDC, Muncha and Trobium? That's my help.
Let me tell you something. The world has moved to a certain stage whereby politics it's no more.
Now you make him out no.
Man, don't use that word. I am saying the word has moved to a level whereby because of social media, because of technology, because of you see this strategy, you want to just divert my attention. But I am saying, look, Nyama Ekoswo Ghana in some lady it is very wrong. The lady need to come back to apologize because the president has set up a sort of armies around him in such a way that then the people who come after you, they'll start insulting you, attacking you, and do all.
I think your point is well made on that. Also, Mrame Pacho, which I strongly believe said the statement was very unfortunate. So Obiko even Ochirikrum Polia, that is a Ghana school. Because if you are creating free SHS. If you are creating free SHS and then we cannot respect school then what is the essence of the education?
Exactly.
It's Ghana some no kind idea. It's in Ghana for Bofu Adani story because or denigrating educational system.
Exactly. He's denigrating our education system and he's denigrating our professionals that we've churned from the various polytechnics, from the various universities. He or she is looking down upon them, and which is unacceptable.
Okay.
I think the uncle should do the honest to put pressure on her relation to come out and apologize to the good people of Ghana. This is unacceptable. This is not what we expect from them. Say what ma wase there be say na mo kan me nye twini
wonya bibia ma wase
wonya ma wase a menya there me mo krono if they couldn't if they can't help the good people of Ghana na Ghana for brena or mu complaining a ma mo be nje o mo kan ho.
Okay. Unity Radio 1039. Manu, quickly, Mami Mrao so na share that Ahmed Swale Nanado say o man mu nye insecure as people are making it seem. And then Ahmed Swale they no say government is not covering up the killers. They will be caught, tried and punished. But the question is how soon?
You see, the truth is that president, or committee there, they have to write a speech for him, and he's forced to make some of these pronouncements. Maybe fine, that's how presidents talk, not to take anything away from them. Maybe the good thing for America is that they have a president. He had access to a tweet in Trump. But all over the world, and more often than not, presidents make some of statements when they get the chance to give keynote address or at some of these functions, and they try to make pertinent issue and also say, ongoing issues. It becomes part of their story to make them newsworthy because the cameras are there and the journalists are there and they'll pick it. But what should I mess with I think he was forced to make some of this. He said everything and said nothing. That's how I see it. Or because people, the case has been pending for some time now.
Yeah.
And he said, such platforms have either there's an investigation you don't want to give a lead to, or you've just decided to throw it in there just to calm the waters. Because Anya Shekra, one of your own in Canada, Japan, has been making a lot of pronouncements and has been shading the police that 3 years ago they gave him a name that this person did it, and they are trying to arrest the person and they are not getting him. 3 years the police are trying to arrest someone in Ghana who has committed such a heinous crime. And after Ken gave them 1 week ultimatum, they decided not to talk about it. He came to US, good as the journalist says, he pushed him to the wall. He mentions a name. Police say, if Ken is lying out there, what prevents you from also coming out to quickly to debunk it? That you don't want to associate, because remember I said it, and Suji Abuo was nearly lynched because he had a brush with the law, and he schooled in Kumasi, but he's even living in Accra doing oil and gas. But a board dinner newspaper news item be picking, not in the picture beton. The guy was really hurt and said, I have a wife and family. They could have been hurt, which is true. It's me a police, not some more insecurity near there. You need to check some of these things. So a lawmaker has such a very sensitive case, a president even has eye on it. What you action speech could deliver. You think that Jekyll and Hyde situation must stop in Ghana? Ken has said it. So there are two things now. Either if Ken is smart, I say, is my president doesn't take it serious.
The president said that people are trying to hover news around that the government had a hand in it, and that it's not at the instance of the government abandoning Nimoshe, and then the perpetrators will be caught, tried, and punished.
Sana Wanwati, but Mr. say Kennedy, Japan was one of the huge people in it. People can bring the president because of a Nyantichi factor. There's even a school of thought that the Tiger and Anas Nansono, the boy stopped and Anas was not happy and might have done it. These are various schools of thought, which everybody is entitled to.
Exactly.
Because somebody obi to me obi remember so soon obi to go chana streso obi chana taso obi to me ko chana sa obi to me ko chana baby obi to me ko chana baby. So the principle here is that the president putting it there and saying something, because we're saying because Ken is even out there throwing the major tantrums because he's a newsmaker and he's part of your government. I personally think the president is not too serious in solving this mystery. But in a name, he wants to receive that stray bullet, because the stray bullet was meant for the police and the IGP, and formerly Tiwa Mamitiwa, who has been elevated near there, is the CID's business to get this thing sorted. So is the president saying he's getting daily briefing on the Ahmed Swallow issue, and he's so much in tune with it, and he knows where they are now. I'm particularly, it even gives more questions than answers. That's at this point, if there's insecurity, they spoke about the fact that this
is what the president said.
Yes.
He was speaking at a special congregation, so honor. In Cape Coast, Saturday, and I say it remains a matter of great regret to me that the murder of Ahmed Swaleh has still not been resolved. But believe me, this is not for want of commitment on the part of the police.
Yes,
I could not have made it any clearer that the government has no interest in covering up whatever or whoever might be involved. There is no indication that his death was at the instance of government. In the end, his murder will be caught. His murderer will be caught, tried, and punished.
You see, Ghana, we try to mess oranges and apples and always do a fruit shake. So now they say no. Because I know the police should be independent. Believe me, it's not the interest of the
you're committed.
No, it's not the interest of the police to cover up.
Cover up.
Why will they say these things? because we are not running a system. Everything, as much as the backstops are the doorstep of the president, people should be made responsible.
So you believe that the president should have thrown a challenge to the police?
The police to get this job done.
Come out.
But to go defending them that any interest himself will be hiding.
Maybe he has absolute belief in the police system.
You can have, which is good. You choose the IGP. Unfortunately, Ghana no IGP can be selected today by the president. He can decide to take him off. That is how we've made a system. Where I have problem with the founder of NDC. He had a shrewd constitution, which sometimes is their bane, and sometimes they are victims themselves to the constitution. They cry, they have the power, yeah, but they forget that the constitution was made by their founder. No, this is money shame. To be bad, no, we take advantage. No, it was not true. It was there. Ghana,
constitution was not made by the
Kasa.
He was the major architect. He had every opportunity then. It was a juncture to throw it out if he did not agree. We should make all those things too possible. Ghana was at referendum, no, sir. I was 12 years, but I remember 91. Yes or no? Was brought to bear. You see, but that's another side anyway. Once you are here, I'll give you a stray bullet at a point in time. So, yeah, my born and family. So the truth here is that the president going to announce this Ameswale thing and talking about the fact that the police has no interest in covering it now. I think it's a position he shouldn't have held over there, because it somehow exonerates the police. He should have charged them that there's information out there that this is what is happening.
So he's challenging them to come out clean and bring whoever is
the murder happened in Ghana and by Ghanaians, say foreigners in power. That is why, because people are talking about insecurities. Yeah. JB Dankwa, why didn't he even go to the JB Dankwa court issue? Because it's also an issue. Why did he choose the Ameswale one? Is it because Kennedy Japan spoke about it and to make him and to say he's one of the most vilified presidents? It's all true. You have vilification. People's reputation now, people talk and the next moment they are with the police go after them. People don't easily vilify in Ghana and go scot free. Kakrana mudidi atempo muti abroche no moye, and I know the sort of opposition.
I know they are justified.
I'm not saying it's justified. Kakrana mudidi atempo muti abroche. Justification there. Obiana Nadwin. I support what he's doing. He needs to keep the government on his toes. The people on his toes. You don't support. But
the president will be Jimmy.
Oh, you know why I stand in this? Me, I will not support my dad if he's messing up. I will not support a sibling if he's messing up.
Obo, let's set the record straight. I think Banuchu made a statement over here that President Rawlings was the one who wrote that constitution.
Superintendent
the constitution. Even though he was in charge, he was the prime minister. That constitution was written by all stakeholders. The
MPP for
exactly
MPP boycott your stakeholders, baby.
They did not. It was all stakeholders were invited. The clergy,
Paul.
Civil society.
If you come here, you said the record street. MPs boycotted.
It was the parliamentary.
No,
it was the parliament. They didn't boycott.
Let's set it straight.
Constitution.
They
did not.
Now I'm hearing this for the first time. No,
let's set it.
They even said they will not sit with market women near there to do it. So they did not. And I've heard MPP NDC for the bomb which he said during when we were entering the democratic juncture.
They didn't take that.
The MPP boycotted because they will not sit with market women.
This is known to everybody.
NDC use it, and I agree that MPP then did not help our democracy. That's why NPP did not help our democracy. The noise they made today, they had every opportunity to help it.
That is why about 3 or 4 weeks ago, program and I can about constitutional amendments near the Americas.
Reforms.
Kufo criticizing when he was in opposition. Obetina Kunyano so no share no see Rollins why are there still the power
who even puts an indemnity clause in the constitution if you know your heart is clean.
Kufo was the only one I'll take constitutional amendment commission was a day and so Juman how many years and he didn't go anywhere.
Let's state the fact and record straight. That constitution that was written in 1992 was not a product or was not a property of
there's an indemnity clause. He exonerated himself and the proponent of the June 4th. If his heart was clean. Now, Rollins I wanted. I won't go, but not you. So you can go on.
I can heckle, for heckling, I'm an expert.
But you came for me.
Okay.
I should go out.
Okay, no, don't go out. So I am saying that, that constitution was written by all stakeholders. They all contributed for us to get that constitution. as it is today.
It's a problem.
I totally agree. Okay, over here that for me, I've raised on several platforms that I think we need to look at some part of the constitution, whereby the police is being appointed by the president, the security heads are being appointed by the president. I think they should take that out, and they should allow the security institutions to go through their.
So you are for constitutional amendments on that front.
Of course, there's a lot of things that need to be amended in our constitution.
Okay,
but
soldier police new way now. Okay, say. Oh
yeah, Toku is now NDCMP.
No, Bakuya make me one audio how they podcast.
But as I've stated that I'm not going to run away, or I'm not going to try to, or the two of you are not going to play me mafia moves this afternoon for me to forget what I want to say. Okay. I am saying this afternoon over here that Nanado is not in charge. Nanado,
are you talking with regards to Ahmed Swale?
Yes, does not know what is going on in the country. That is why
who is in charge?
There are people that are ruling the country which he's not in charge. That is why you get a president who go and sit in a public function and be sleeping. He doesn't know what is going on. Manucho just stated. Manucho just make a statement right now. Say, President no in conform with speech on Mumpuan and all this thing. Manucho, that's not the fact. The fact is that the president does not know what is going on in the country. Paul, he's not in charge.
Paul, also on in charge. Who is in charge? Because before you tell me,
they are de facto prime minister. Who is in charge?
Who is that?
And that is Gabi, the president's cousin.
So
he's in charge.
I like that.
Okay. Now let's talk about this Ahmed Swale's killing. It's a sad, and it's not something that we should all look at and keep quiet over it. Because you know
it could have been me.
It could have been you, Opo. It could have been me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very
How
sad.
many years now this incident happened? What led to the murder of this guy? We all knew what happened when Nyantechi's issues came up, whereby Nyantechi made categorically statement that the president is in his pocket, and I believe the president has gotten out of Nyantechi's pocket as we speak. When that issue came up, Kennedy Japan in defending tried to protect his party, because it's on record that President Kennedy Japan stated say said he was going to fight the Tiger Eye team, and he brought the Who Watches the Watchman. That was where Kennedy Japan put on TV, live TV, the picture of the gentleman, and says say he's putting money ransom the Obiobeshan Bonunya Sema Obeabejo. And what happened? After a few weeks, what happened to the guy? The guy was murdered. That is why Kennedy Japan has been implicated. That is why we are implicating the president, for the president to go to a function such as a function that he was being honored, a doctorate degree, and you go there to go and be speaking about insecurity. Is the president telling us that there's no insecurity in Ghana? That is why I'm telling you that he's not in charge. Opo, look at the things that is happening in the country. Look at this Galamsey issue. If the president doesn't know, it's insecurity. Our water body is being destroyed. The forest reserves are being destroyed. These are all insecurity issues. So for him to go and sit on that platform and be saying, say, there's no insecurity in Ghana, now Ahmed Swale Assembly, police will investigate and they will bring the corporate to book. No, the president went there with a purpose and an agenda, and the agenda failed. Why should you be speaking about Ahmed Swale's murder? Why didn't he speak about the former MP that was murdered, his own relation that was murdered? We are saying, say, this president and his government, and this is the only government that they have about 6 security how do you call them? Couples. But look at the security situations in Ghana. Opo, if I go to Ghana, okay, I'm very careful my movement. Because Ghana is not safe. And Nanado, even though he has the most highest security couples, we have 6 of them. What are they doing? Why is it that over getting to 2 years, I'm a swallowing they've not been able to bring people to book? Were we not here 2 weeks ago when Kennedy Japan was in New York, mentioned a name of a gentleman that the gentleman is in Kumasi?
Yeah.
Were we not here? Why has the police not come out to say that, to deny it, or to say that it is true? Look, the game that Akufo-Addo and his security couples are playing on Ghanaians is shameful.
Play be on us.
And you tell me, I don't know. You tell me, give me an example, and I will defend it. I am saying it's a game no more play on Ghanaians. Okay, it's not right. Okay, I'm a Swale Medano. Kennedy Japan the dia to abontin. We expect the police to come out to tell us that eyampa na enyampa. For the president that go down can, which means the president has information that we don't know.
Yes.
What information do you have that we don't know? Put the information out there. He should stop behaving as somebody who is sitting there and they are eating on his head. And exactly that's what is happening.
I thought you just said that he's not in control. So why do you want him to start?
He should sit up and be in control. Okay. He should be a man. He should be the president we voted for. He's the president and everything comes to his doorsteps. He does not understand governance. He doesn't know what he's doing. When it comes to corruption, that's the only area that he's an expert in. Or you're expert number one. Or A plus about corruption.
Or fighting corruption.
Oh please. About corruption or A1. A1 in a sense or not as a corruption can be. A married deal. No opposition no more no say. And I end this for the 150 million at Tosun. Or Bemono. Yeah. Or Ninia ne cousin. Bedia too. They wanted to rip Ghanaians of $800 million. These are the things I expect my good friend Manucho to be talking. Last week, Thursday, Friday, Yanami monitor mu. But another say, there's much I can say, there's not much I can say. I said, and all those stuff. Manucho, this is the issue. I am saying, Ghana is retrogressing under Nana Addo government.
I agree.
And I am saying, the reason why Ghana is going back is because of the media. We are all involved. The media is not helping the country. Oppo, look at the way they vilified Mahama when he was in power. Look at the way the media was going after
You are
Mahama.
not talking to
Is that what is happening today?
You are not talking to Manicho.
Is that what is happening today? The Christian
but
body.
you're talking about say Akufo-Addo Amamani safe no. I mean we know say there are some instances which are very bad and I agree to that, but didn't make equalize it, but Mami says more breast such things didn't happen.
Oppo, I am not saying certain things happen.
Okay.
Things happen. And things are going to happen. But it's the way you go about it and you handle it.
I agree with you. Well, if you
say,
if you saw started by me, shows a Nepal no mame answer meniaje.
In Nanado's 2016 manifesto, go and look into their manifesto, the 2016 manifesto. Almost said the security is appalling, is dangerous, is very.
You don't have to tell me that because John Boduba Hamiambi sounds a host to know Stafford Street.
Now say oh you need to not sitting. Who was not sitting?
I asked him that question.
And what did he say?
Sir, better than Ghana police.
You see,
they promised us we are going to have one of the best and the most professional police ever in the country. But I think it's not the case. It is not the case. It's getting worse.
It is getting worse. Oppo, to a extent, police folk to me fair to and all those. I mean, what is that? What is that? Nanado should set up. Nanado is just not a leader. We have leader within leaders. Nanado is not a leader. He has no any quality of leadership. When you look at him, the only thing he's good in is come after you. When you criticize him, he will send his tax after you.
Who has Nanado gone for?
Oh, who has Nanado gone for?
There's
a lot of journalists that Nanado is going after. As soon as you speak,
how do you know?
They go after. That is why the journalists in Ghana cannot speak. They have no mouth to speak. Because of Mutiko.
So you mean some people in Ghana are not
look,
talking?
They are intimidating the media. The Christian Council. Where is he today? He should come out and speak. Professor Adai, where is he today?
Professor Adai has been speaking.
It's not true.
Professor Adai last month he carried his story crowd have 3 times or 4 times.
But
so no man
he's trying to do something. The board chairman, it is
Professor Adai is speaking. He's speaking.
What is he speaking? Mr. Otabel, where is he? Has he stopped watching the Animal Channel? You should stop watching the Animal Channel and watch the news in Ghana and speak. These people are the cause therefore of Ghana. And we are saying that the insecurity in the country is getting worse. Nanado should sit up and let's fix the insecurity issue. Because if we don't fix the insecurity issue in Ghana, it will get to a stage whereby no shoot no I say it is getting out of hand. Nanado should sit up. He is not in charge. He should sit up. If unto me and then we bring people who can manage the country. Ghana is for all of us, and we need peace in Ghana.
JB Dankwa died in NDC time.
That is the main reason why when he died in NDC, that they said it was the government who was involved, and it came out that
you couldn't do much in like 2 years.
Hold on, investigation was going on. Investigation was going on, and Nanado promise that.
So investigation takes time. 2 years you couldn't do that.
Manucho,
I mean,
the government, if the NDC party was in power, would have fined the company as we speak now.
Agbesiyo Woyome still has our money that you gave to him.
Agbesiyo
Woyome, he still has the money.
He has no the money. They've confiscated some of his assets and they sold it. So let's get it fast right.
No, but the point is,
they've confiscated some of his assets. That is the fact.
I know. Abo Jimmy said he will pay, but the point is that it happened under your time, and you gave him that money. Betty Moldy Drusu and gave. I mean, these are scandals.
When you talk about it,
on a good day, I will do. On a good day, you have to do NDC scandals.
Exactly, and I will do NDC
I'll give you 7 scandals.
And I will give you 48 scandals under the MPP.
When they come out, I will tell them their scandals.
And I'm only interested in.
My manager is here, so I've stopped talking.
Talk about the Ameri deal, which is involving the president himself.
Okay.
No, but the right thing was done. The guy was sacked, and the deal did not go on. But Jakun, he was the one.
Paul, the scapegoat.
Unim.
I was your scapegoat.
It's exactly 1:10. Let's go and pick some of the calls. Because I like the way you me phone lines.
They use as a scapegoat. I am saying, why did one pam Bediachu? He wrote the letter. Why didn't he sack Bediachu?
Oh, you can't.
How can the whole president sit down and tell us?
Only one person can mislead the whole group. The whole group can.
Let's speak truth.
If a church, no, but the point is that like Otabel.
Okay, Nabiamba brain salon. Omumienu na mayo mo phones na free my Nabiamba brain salon na daroma. Mamifa course no.
How can the whole president, who has a minister for justice, minister for information, trade, all these ministers are his disposal? He never consulted any of them. If you think he was doing a genuine
now also me man kasa muso kasa chere manucho and the mic no me pick course no 508-304-9394 508-304-9394 for an hour body maybe afrefi na also amayate on ka Unity Radio 1039 and America for nyina ya mobia. Happy Memorial Day. Mamemfa me first caller on the show. Nana Ojambo ama free Obuase. Nana Obuase for who te say ye cha Obuase for nyina.
Menche Malik to me or fan for nyina na Mr. Danso ne afan for nyina menche o me se pani we na. Obo ma papa we dey Mr. Danso bia na menche no.
Yes, sir.
Enemy be question. So far, woman, I'm making ya, sir, and I'm making ya. Policeman, Otini, you are a compare for the Commodore, and I say so America or more. I mean, you know, to treat, sir, Branching, Kuma, Australia, Maka wants some up, say, yeah, you cool. Government official, Mobana, and also or a government official, you bring position very immigrant to meet on the conscience of your man. Then you a year with now personal crack or government more into the security idea, yes, very intelligent. If you come on money, so for one on this, Madame Ghana again is security. Then you idea would be to you. I think for now, what we are not to continue. Now, for ordinary or down for money, say you can open or chair or commercial here. No, so the other Jim one. I'm a Nipano, Sabri said, you see me now, Babontia. Let me tell you, Sally, baby, some concoction, now me, or my papa, I'm a team, police officer, patrol. You're going to call to a reminder, the police knew, training police. No, the police from former to say more than children. I'm not for me a children, she had not you, and now she wants to go to meet you 30 years. Children to me, said my mother, I'm a co-fast number, then go back. You go to a there's no damn on the game, I'm not telling the corporate years, mother chair. If you them a spirit to the family of the can't be the power at that cafe, then a spirit, and yet,
yeah, that's it. Nana Ujambo ama say Ghana security or MPP ni Nana do say ye bond or say nye. My family but our number here 0854 a Ghana number and day 54 me pacho to asumame Uwiana Olumai Kona Sami Kona Silas Ajima, my big brother is on the show today from Worcester. Me pacho our number 54 chat to no hello. Okay, I'm saying I'm a boss. I'm no money make no. Olumai, my mentio.
Opo Wachasa where there.
Nyankopɔn dom ne mo mpa ebo me pacho me ho ye papa na wa hwɛ se Chelsea asan hye a na wo bisa me ade wo say we one of the proponents against the four.
Oh, against the Opo me ye di pa ka ma ne bia ne ma di tro. Me ye bi papa me ye ni. Na minim say kan be guni po ani ma say anka ma anye. My they say the England London there as Chelsea king of England. Mo England London there. As na even fire on to tomo kra. Mabobra say there. Uta ukujua no in America Chelsea football club no. So check club be our London. Me no ka say. My idea matter. Opo so where there. Once again.
Nyame ne medini
that me share start na me dey we when you see agi am so wow you see dey do bia to dana when you agi na me shira mo na adwuma pa mo ye na me chia me papa me ta dance of that no to repeat
okay
na me chia ma ko do am Ghana for you please wait the so ma me chia no so abo adwuma ne ma no to nyina opo mo so dey
yeah who was over it you
aha opo nsem no bebre na mabobo so na yeah, can so for man mu there. Nyame ani man oku. Tell you be why graduate. Opo we school fifty a woni adwuma nye na ebi a wodi ya wo struggle so be nya adwuma ye. Na black envelope so wodi na mo ayi wodi na mo anso yemfi no. Na ebi ni manya ba ebi tre. Na say ipa bi tre o madwen e di ya wa tre o madwen. Yeah, no more, we need problem bia no. Now my babon, no more back can someone a best any problem for. Opo, na yen can go. The post among where can be a new. And no man give me also another appointment yeah, no gusa or ye. Opo must never be ban.
Some was munya juma until your appointment on Mamo Juma.
Bobby dia will be a real school if you know Yaguma Yano Trana. Now, so today, now they are air condition with the cup of fuel where more cupoa, or fuel all the coffee low car. Who the problem be annual? Now, will be no about one to the custom, yeah, and the actually. But for the American self holding in an said. Let's see 24-35 no. Bible said the whole year CBA become a real when you're there. Ya obe pay mpo Bible say won fanko na de obe bo apo anya na ode beko ye ka kire mpanifo na de omanya kwanya di Ghana so say omumma Yakobon suro mro omumu amambo na omubu no na obe previous ya prayer na makeja say mona mo America mona na munim bebi a ote makeja say kurasi ni bebi anu ote no kurasu ten sunyane ko bi amanda owen Papa for a friend I want you call Baure no any finance minister wowen Professor Moss nanka usikabet margin and kawangu Ghana penny 40 to a nyansa 4 pound or more, eska 4 pound or more, Nimdia 4 pound or more, and the young fanya Missonian from Bumai. Some is in there for like 2 hours, 1 year, 1 year to be in your politics, none of the party of power. Within 4 years, no port, Mina back 3 rooms, 3 brothers, our Transaction is Legon. Brother Pan, a dear Pan, we a human wakati ya Mosume Sana out there. I less than 4 years, with me 6 years, Transaction is Legon and I say for. Oh, for me, I'm not so close from 2000 and we SS, ever since the 7777. Maintaining your blog about the media be a call reading, and I made a mabra. The tsunami or Timuno. Okay. We did say, my nana says, Squala. Yeah, that's it. Answer
my picking a scholar. My name is say Paul the so shall bow or the buy. Okay, oh, I had no way. I saw the bro. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm in fact, meaning about my Silas at Jaman Free Worcester. We are now our number is 0854 chat on Wako. Silas upon this seminar. My into. Silas, who are Chelsea Niana? Oh, die hard Chelsea. Oh, Minuano, Yanko.
No crazy, last Friday we had the moment we year and kata. We are now over the show.
Silas, me bacho jina ma 1 minute. Me bacho mo amo online is no. Especially wa number here 94 chato no. Wa number 94 chato no ba line is so noise wo mpamba cho. Either so be mute phone and I be move away until I make you everything because of my terrible feedback. Wa number here 94 chato no. Yeah, I think so are you okay? Silas yanko.
Me da the corner na. They are not making it. Friday money they are there you know. In fact, once they play na or must go to before, but it got to a point or you realize that no, I didn't done deal. You are winning away. In fact, over a lot of memu pradia almost a fear no mutuality. It's over now. Our platform no so our car say I don't know slow but the fear no corner to wow this is a done deal. Because yes, yeah, there. Here, the one casano, it draws things to you. And any time out, what can be your so slow be? In fact, as a spiritual man, who can Bible like Job chapter 3 verse 25, Job can tell you what I fear most has been falling on me. And it's the idea who power honor and none eventually ever from anything. Money they power no, I don't know what to do. I can't say you are not still. You were still defending that. No, we should but they say who know you.
Yeah.
And it's the MP that way home. Anytime there you are good slow. David the cast asked them so. What is the who name is Ram?
Yeah.
And it's any who is Robia. In fact, Abraham, if you are dreaming, the whole thing to be Okrano, who also Diana said Diana and Scarewise not big enough.
Yeah.
If you want to dream bigger, and say, no,
your dreams should scare you. Yep. Yeah, that's it.
But your platform and it's your from piano, your fan can answer for one. I think that is where we are going wrong.
Yeah.
I think I really can't Ghana. You probably say you how you to it. You first actually everyone Ghana continue and look at it. But me up for that. You know now what
okay. Thank you very much, Silas Ajiman from Worcester. Yansan Konami from next call and free Ghana. Watch a wow number and the number and the also. Wow number here 54 chat on to Asumame. Yeah, how do file up to say?
Father Uma, again, the Naga Moon could your money say Ghana, 37 Ghana, you won't be a generation echo. This is Pabo, this American phone, Muba, within Pabo Ghana, because that they are Tibia echo, and how to give Tibia and 10% years since I say, and yet. I didn't say Mumambo Abato, a couple shell, and Pedro, and no, two come my, and the Biawan Sharon body, my passy, near my Ghana, and Conan in Pabo, and community of Argument Fumina, knew about the Fumina, and me take time our day and women training for our America, the more Mumbo, you and Amincha, Mr. And so, let me tell me, empty a last video, I don't know, time I said for Abunia, you call it Mina, or Manu Kuyi. Hello,
how do file a hold on? Me pacho mo more line so mesramo. Mukasa e ba line mu. Mukasa, I think sir wow number 94 no. Any daddy boat mpacho munye din kakra. Mukasa e ba line mu mesramo. Said e ba ya e beti ni nipa na kan wo me pamacho. Okay, how do you enter mo be 1 minute to finish your point?
You in the you taxpayers' money. You school, I didn't have money. Meanwhile, I will not do see a woman. who could see appointment. Ministers are deputies. Here who could see on which the women sika edimomo. Yet the rental fee no come and year. In the good Jesua and Quiz and Koye. In there, Timon Folk is a security or man and yet Galencia. Small skin man to show a Kakaka and also a Missy Depadier. The first small skin man to Galencia who no Missy Depadier. That is among more echoes of my Ghana. In the magazine, I had to my side. I drove for Juma. I said, Obia Coco, Cashew, National Koye. Another one for this year 169 billion. Then because of this year there, because once you school there, once you hospital, 1 year car French, 1 year Subia, you I don't do the year. I do not see no money, no there for something, and now you don't call a Kufadu. Nick Gannon paying for the Papia or Mudu or Man Econo, and Koye million, Mrs. Sorry, what can be Magana, and Nessa Babia, the Nadu, what do a mine Econ, and Nadu Bamia, and then Castle Mudu or Man Econ, never say, or my Lord Jesus, or my Lord.
Okay, I would find out soon. Thank you. I would.
Make us out we won't buy Ghana for me so and tell about 2024 and this year the man African
Thank you very much. I would file a Mbacho wow number and 4994 no to asumame o number and 49 I think it's 4894 4894. Where?
Mami Aba news.
Hey, Mami Aba, how are you?
I'm doing well. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. And I do your phone program. Abeti and come angel.
Me little contribution. Oh my no, I think we are politicizing everything. I am the politics, but. It's about time our youth will start holding our politicians responsible for their work.
Yeah.
Omoba campaigner, whatever they say, no, I will say a team is holding you no keeping their end of the bargain. Because the bargain is whatever they can, the Kotuaba, Okoduwa, whatever we said, you know, you will not even visit it. Oba. He will not even visit whatever he promised.
Yeah.
The next 4 years, Oba, the can't be before. But Anka, you hold on more responsible. Anka, I think some of these things would have been solved.
Yeah.
Yeah, parliamentarians, I don't see what is happening. Because they can make reforms. They can make reforms, Anka, this we have worked the youth of this nation. But they go to parliament, we don't get any proper reforms.
Yeah.
When it's about their salary, they all agree on everything.
They do. They say yeah.
Then you see the factors, you know. After now, where they can then it becomes chaotic. But Anka Obia Omuba, may you hold on more responsible. I think they will not be taking us for granted.
A very big input and your little crime, Amiaba.
We have to hold them responsible. It's about time we did that.
Yeah.
And when we do that, I think
okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Manucho. Manucho is listening to you.
We do our video.
Yes. Between us is one. All the best. Thanks for calling.
Okay, thanks for calling. Mami Aba Nkuma, our Pantine Hospital, all the way from Ghana. Bacho, Sami to us, Mami. Sami to us, Mami.
Abasobona no bia airport chef for abaso medical aboma abaso but many akonya mensa emo abaso bi memo coach tomato abaso wetin abo per dollar 3 solid times within 1 season. Why are they is a very powerful achievement. That is also nyame insha mo nemu next year go for mo betem opo mami come atem so say one issue be the tour Ghana ha opo but Yamin Chadi and High Court ruling Amadia to a cat. So be a rasta, Timothy to follow and loud now, Colano to be a rasta film. Emra, no memory And I think that idea ama and some na possible that na question na to maybe try Ghana ha. In the strike you must go for one your friends say court high court for our makisa out the idea. You must go for so accepted this really in good faith. No more accepting what affairs and back into the school because of what the day and you need to more no and because you and you need 3 me and because you and it is in good faith. But on Montana for the castle for a man who dream Ghana you need security Mudiana Ghana you insecurity security issues Ghana has a CND and so I was very shocked and surprised on Montana Kufaruka say security in Ghana and Yashi and that you for new message here Yakumunipa a whole lot. I don't know. I can tell you no matter say I must swallow. And they will be caught and tried and then deal with. And so it's been long overdue. I must swallow who you or your young journalist. You cool no and then nothing. Oh, and you need to come home to share. It's a creature of mine. A 2 months of my penny could for a general. Then and the needed thing that he's supposed to do. And in your Magana for expected to obey Yanopo, and then I didn't even. So I know say he promised to protect the public purse, but yes, a car last week would to say or a private jet or coffee about 2 of Ghana. So you see, when you see all these kind of things, the aircon in a man could see so for insecurity or money, and then no man's propriety, and then no man's and then no man's and the Ghana for the as well as you put in the Montana Kufodo, and then the American he should be up and doing because what Ghanaians are expecting of him, you know. Or what is expecting to do for Ghanaians?
Samiyane focus abrawe.
If you said the many Abani say, you politicizing everything in Ghana. Many again, be near their politics. I didn't go here and before they say, I didn't go here and before they say. It's Mr. Mama Yanya politics is something you need to think about. You face it fact, you know. No money here, and you might know, the manuals from Trust.
Thank you very much, Sammy from West Legon. My Mpachawa number ended 38 7438 no to asumame 7438. African president. Africa president. Now Africa president what you wanna wama mali for yeku no. Huh? Sani dia dia. Obi a wo se ye whole Africa president. What na wa wandimi anhwa mama li for yeku. Africa president. What now, Mama Lifoy Ku? Obi, I see the whole Africa on our president. And I see the guy and say, President, I will be Maliko Ku, what about premium. What you are saying, okay, my interview. Go mama mo about me na baby a gam ko jo agobi o bi aso tiano ogo ye bo ma ba so se tambia mo gbinu o man no ho sabi mo anga se mo atoko akotro bi man so ntu mo ayo mani afro man so atambia mo gbinu o man no ho nyame hira mo no ka mo ho na de mi kan nyina se Ghana de bia ye hia kasachire bia ye hia futuo because o man no I said binum amfa ho say sabi o man na wa hia hia binum so engine ho say sabi o man no ahonchire wo na so oba Ghana ha miminu kasa nne ya ahonchire pita wo Ghana ho nya sanketwa but ye koka binum so ntiase me bompa ye say ade bi sinura me bompa ye say ebedura nyuma se mun ti ya the whole reaction in Africa, no, the whole Ghana vice president, Akwaye Watamale, also I know also Oko youth organizer, youth organizer you for. Na can't have boys are more MP for so man in Siho because of come Diomo. Oko, your video now. Yeah, Africa president, say. Ghana, how you just. What's it Ghana here? Mahmoud Bawumia kwa aye wo miami kontamale also ayira also oko youth organizer ayi for ase oko duria from Kandahar boys see o mon pede manisi ayena because of them to come di omo
video no mo ka bi video no na mo so ka bi me nya bi amase ne bi ama mo yes I tell we e course wa o say because o man no e ko nkan masa o muja mu na ye kuma you can say part mbra na ye pese kan fam bra o e ya sa na ka ni ko ye na tun kuntia o ta se o say you could say that no be na so ye ka say that time for the ka bi to ma inu ya say that ma ko ta Friday we o ta se sin mo wa ha masa yambre mu dem na ye matiti fe na ye ntiti na ye ga say be na say ye be ya party
okay Africa president ya da say yes you da say thank you very much but our number 1877 na just when you ni part to asoma me my best caller on the show Mumuni Chokosi from Offenso Kokote Yentio.
We know two for your couple will show now one count on board bank. South America, the answer, a real money on Obagana Swine in Bremana Econo. We know Pope, the Casagana Mudua, next year, the social honorable Dishosa, or one chain and then.
Now honorable on your honorable be honorable Casocha Port is so honorable count. By somebody to mind it. Honorable. Oh, Chokosimi cancer and the line I drop. Okay, Kojobo Gumahala Mintu, Chokosiba no abeto as Yanko.
Obo, my son, I was the answer the big another take a comment. We know that idea. Mr. Cobra pen a pen to share a shiano to pair. And I'm glad answer me no Catanopo. Kayaba asida emu ade ema otwedi ampo so ahwe so atama na otwe akwa ababa to eda so tiafe e na dum ene na ho de ne mo bro ane eda so tiafe na obo ameswari nsem ya eta ebobo bai so de Ghana de eda bia ya na metini chance asem we say say ya kema ade ni twamu ye abena na ye kwa ko nyame ade no ya ade abodi e de na ma me kaza obo ye ne owu ye how many years I have been a Muslim and That is for prayer, Mobile, inside the Panama. Then I want him to say, I better yen and one young couple has enough of the north in the bed. So, whatever coming at the Adama is tomorrow, and to bet many at Dumaya, another Yalia by a woman, some Yaliana, don't bet many up from things. Now, I'm sorry, 1 year or 2 years. Now, I'm here to be that. For good as well, and yes, sir, and now the down for Kupado, I don't go first like I get. Nana, I can't want that. Obo, you live a private Ghana private president for decades. One every time an effort to now 18 to now come to an by emergency. It will go off with one and Guana. I don't think I can Munian try to come to one for President Jetman is one uncle, no for the choir. Now, who do you see how much was said and the Kawaya Gabendabet? Obo, you know, tell my papa, no, you know, Papa need to be side down as you all to be put down as can be label or some more man or pretty before my uncle Ghana. That's about 2024 the bedroom. Not Ghana, to my father, I would have could be on. They did it any appointment to my father's. If you never have an outside Ghana, go put a top lakwa. On Canada to now you're more by a more and type of an idea. Did it every part ever or my uncle Ghana or both morning. I mean,
Jada CP Kwajo Poku Mahala Chelsea diehard fan. Only Kwajo Poku ya Chelsea. Yeah, we Chelsea. I never knew. Diehard Chelsea fan. Okay, offer Rusi Poku confirm come be ma ba. Offer bomb design. Hello, offer Rusi. Ada offer Rusi wa friend or then the phone as to hold. Offer ba your phone no dey to hold o. Enti you friend me back. Offer do some batch of phone now they are to hold and you frame me back. Convango?
Oh, him back.
Now, bomb to say,
Yamiadmo, Yatiasi, Yatamfo Nebre,
Yatamfo Bre of a Cambio, Cancane, Manchester 4, Arsenal 4, Liverpool 4, Tottenham 4.
Missy, me call YouTube, Nigeria, the Amuji Koribosu.
Sure.
All that for you Koribosu. Hey, Oh, nyame yebi yasi e kan for.
Eh, ofa, and now can say. Eh, ofa na can say.
Ese kan for.
Ofa, papa bi oti studio ha ne. Ah, ye ne programming na no ifia da behwe de papa yi ye.
Oh, ada mi tie ye.
And na wo po national team Chelsea be lose 2-0.
Chelsea team ni pe bo na basu pa e konti. Abranche no ya di papa. Ni pasi si onye nyina ko true. Ti mi chia Chelsea etiefo nyina ye mamoni ye. Ne mu afia ba no yenye champion ni mi nyina mo so.
Ah, ye ji Premier League no.
Ni agiri we saka na afia ya fakro na boye bu ankasa. Nyame nhyiramo ni mo yuwa pa mo ye.
Ye da se offer.
Bye bye.
Offer dusi poku konfa governor na holiday no ekoye de. Oh, for the atoso. Okay, Abusia, and a holiday. I pick a course. Nipa bet is 15 match. Imagine it's enough. Yeah, this year. But I'm in couple ne Manu Chusu. No one contact our Kranzaniako. By a to back as I said, Secretary Casavi. I have a Simon Casa. Paul, Mammy Maso. Now we
repeating competence, super incompetent. Sometimes they sound like broken record. They be no more incompetent, super incompetent.
But I'm picking last call. Mbajawani.
Paul, don't repeat those words.
Hello, Mbajawani.
Daddy boat ni wala nyamia.
Daddy boat wa yanko. Dede wachi daddy boat u from pacho. Why? Yeah, na noise. Said you better on kanye. My into daddy.
Yo, international. Menchao. Na mencha watifu na mencha wana bo Frank Bruno abibi obi a tiro den mencha na MPP ma omo mkuru nyira mencha mo but na team that the good fashion so ma biwa ami kase yantiano emra ewo Ghana mre mi se utu excavator eza o shino no be say abai no ko awache get automatic dealers, you know. No, we go to two. You know what I'm watching? We go to two to some and fire us. Because you don't have for so to papa. Sure, somebody will me say, Cata be no better or Catalan Patrimenka. And yes, I love the Papa Biano and this. Love the Papa Bia. What is I say? I can review Yana. When I move out to that say, or mine, every car to a mine, sir. Ebe kwa kufalu kakanda all kono aya mu wawa enti se ke no ma de mi se yo mu bele ase papa ni dinu enu na mu bele but ma mu fo de yo jidie e wa MPP ma mu ni se yo kwa kufalu ni nipa eme ni niam a o ye ni na no e mfaso de e ma o mai Ghana enti e mfa wo ni de mu beka yo jidie we say papa we nka le tell me no Ghana for young ever ya can the MPP at work with Yaniso. It is how the fair as soon as only the Russia, Miss Lano on time the talking talk, we did a papa, or people time and then the Scala, that be our own body, or my meaning that the money level. Sana Mukasha, so the meaning that I got to work with the war, Miss Lano, who behind in the passport, over Timako, into every pocket holiday. The Dianua. Beti maso say agre ama MPP yes so mo fe akunya so opere wo bi o you be trying to your hofo santo maybe I can you papa ko fo obe ja mo mo free ya papa Lawrence wono o le e sate epic santo no mo di o mo music na ye music bi adam kaka oye ma amaila ma ye no and NDC pro ada be de na bi o mo ba ye ye former president mama okono also the big guy also are in London now like a dumpi ni na ta mi je fi won wo pempelo akoko agaba ni kaka ma na ma ba wo anti me ka cho mo te ya de yan ka ten kwai ama mo dibi bibi no on be ti maye international
yeah that's it oh nyame council me ba cho when I was from Worcester 55 hoya
hello
yes I'm ba cho hoya
wow penny or South Kantanka
Nana Safu Kantanka te on kan chapom design Erade ni me adini me jiri se nana so ho ye
ni ho ye pa
nana ma enti
opo ayi so de se o do me ni na ana me che wa bi ja ko so ni dikan
ya jozu nana
Me feel but me talk no ya na me nya na my friend.
Nana say
we can win na me nya. Okay, Vivian. I'm sending message this so.
What if Facebook ana?
That's all right.
What if Facebook America ana?
Well, on kind mum dey be ara me.
Me who says me see mekan I will read it.
Oh, okay. And media omanu ene ba ku fo. Ni tiare say NDC for won tiare say uja mess our country mu e dey kwa epic. Now, why don't you want them to say the truth? And then I want to include say NDC MPP, let's come together so that we build a nation. That will be the first best solution. Now, you see, now we come on, brother. Please, let's build a country. Then say, we may we na we are move it is very hard.
Yeah.
Say and you may go from na yes sister. It is so easy. And so say you make journey together. We are baby then we are there Bonabaso. Don't come and condemn everything that MPP have done wrong. I know say NDC, we are it. And then I see a group, Mama see a good remedy. So, let's say, your fuck will be seen as yes, a standard, only to follow the bigger, or bigger second, they are all of one. Why? We are enemies.
Yeah.
So, what impact now, who opposition? You want to come power with this there? I don't think say a better good to everyone advice. Yes, young consumer are na yadi power to send a share in the Japan. Money, yes, economy bad. Now yadi power which is on the win. And what?
Yeah.
Let's come together. And Malaysia, I bet. And on the why are we debating ourselves and backing ourselves? Why? Let's come together. We are not enemies.
Yeah.
We are different. We are from the same country. You have to move on across and Syria. And this is who did for how many years? And this is who did for how many years? I believe go let me go far away because it's very painful. You have to move on across and Syria.
Yeah.
And Syria because of what? We don't like each other. And why should this happen? From our leaders. It is from our leaders. It's a one of priority and the priority. So we need to check them and tell them the truth. No. They are wrong. They have to come down, especially our chiefs. Why do we go and sell land for Chinese man to go and spoil our water?
Yeah.
Why? It is the time that we need to tell them the truth.
The truth, yeah.
I don't know how MPP mind, but the truth must be said.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to go. Why? Everybody's crying. So those people who believe Nanado should be stop lying. They should be stop lying. Why? NDC, Mustafa say MPP collapse. No more power. This also. No, we don't build a nation like that. We don't build a nation like that. So stop condemning, but rather bring some solution that it will bring up the country up, not to criticize and then condemn the present government so that you will come forward before you do whatever you want to do. No, you don't build a nation like that.
Yeah, that's it. Nana Paul is also say or bizarre. Paul Nana Jasmine Paul say there.
Sorry.
Bizarre.
Last for me pacho. Na say la wo efutu si a ada 2016 no ya anti unkan.
Really?
2016 efutu a wo tu si say yenye baako na build on mine no. What ya anti sad in 2014, 2015, 2016 ya anti unkan.
Now into one kind of 2016 no be kind of 2021 never bo Ghana ma.
Memorial, so what they call 2016 yeah. I don't know if I will call Rolling Star Multi Party no. Now before by ya or ya reconciliation. And they wait.
Una oka say.
You protect it na. Who be? Oh. Who be? Hello.
Na ka futu out na ka 2016 na ka be pa no na America.
Okay, which means we say, before by you know, one is in Yama, me near Temin Cadibia, or no better year, ya will put 10 generals a day. Who himself was in a NDC, and I will put 10 generals a day. And who will you know, corrupt a two giant. A two giant. I'm asking you, a two giant. And general today now, one is a bit cool, you know, say when you party, no, a two giant. And you can phone a buy, yeah, or better reconciliation. Say, you can be also. And will be a turn, Cata, him.
No, you said me say, oh, yeah, retired Sergeant Safo Kantaka. The by said, I fear for Nana.
All right.
Nana Paul Person, how now? I say no him say oh ya retired Sergeant Safu Kantanka na nana na ede na onya nana.
Oh, nessa nipa de menyo banana. Ni mane be training nana. Yeah.
No nana wecha nana.
Kaja is Michiano.
Yeah.
Michia Paul, let me go. Look at the
you see the two heads. What do I tell you? What is that? What is that good man? No generous today. I don't know what that question.
Okay, that's Nana Safu Kantanka. Nana ya my time to Kawai. Yeah, that's it. Overdo na say.
Oponem ni se Paul na she ho.
Paul is also na she no ha adwo ha.
Paul Michia pa na de he akonya to fia e ma kodi. Ti ye okoma so bia e bia nana. Aye be krom ha a cha ahemfo ntuma nkrofo tutu okrom ha. Se akonya ni krom ha o. Edi opo me so na Michia Paul why. Na Safo Kantanka.
What friend is na abade?
O say na we show headphone o kasa wat.
Me say oba otu wa friend is na otu wetumi aba fie de.
Why dey?
Me say oba okwami otu wa friend is na so mbre fie na otumi abra de.
Otu so ya hine o.
O say wa friend is say ombre fie na watumi aba.
O so me hunu.
Na afi on kasa ma mu biom.
Adey
because
name mo ayedin about omu discan good
ya dey ntina
on kasa mo mu biem ntina auto badi wo frɛ no no meboa ya te ase afeni interest
me fo video so na obi ma mission ni bebre no ma nti obi o tie ni bia no ne sra safo ku kwatitu ana we twa me no nya no mama why na me no akasa
Matiofa nyame chanso Unity Radio 1039. Couple of messages before we sign off. James Osesi Opo Nanado and his MPP appointees has failed Ghanaians from protecting our public purse. Surely NDC will win election 2024 to save us from the NPP's mess. From Ejoso Abankru, Mamia Bankuma had the message about say in a country where the other party only sees what is wrong with the other when they are in opposition. Oh Ghana, my motherland. D for Dabane. Mamia Ba say, you only see what is wrong.
Mamiaba is it Nkrumah?
Nkrumah, yeah.
David
Agbanyaga says, you might be living in a different world. I don't know which world David is talking about and who he's referring to. Felix Osafosi Opoku, the NDC guy, are really hungry. They should join MPP now. Or see a common demo. I just Nana Safosi a common demo. I see a common demo to join in.
Now, look, now. I won't say panny, and I catch on that omuntu infano. Now, yeah, common dear, many are to ye be muichi. Omoya the papa Ebeka. Omoya bonus Ebeka. Now, this time, you might not say, O man, my ding. Safo, Nana Safo, Okogana, who wants a home betru? It's here can be why. Thank you.
Okay, Manu, final words now. Sorry, so my first special good afternoon, Emma Ato Kwamina, head of communications, NDC Massachusetts, and Oba Betayechi, and of course my big man Eric Kwacho.
Yes, they are people
the only thing that separates me and Eric is the team we support.
Exactly.
Because the Bimu Timi Kushavi are cry, I know Muntimisha. If Bimu Sushia City will be also share 5. That's the only difference.
Yeah, and so the only thing that binds us are the women from New Jersey. So many manager there. The only thing that binds us are the women from New Jersey. Yes, so I've been thinking about this for over a month.
What is our insurance? No, I see you are covered. Ghana no more Providence.
Man, you are covered. Man, you are covered. Exactly. Oh yes. Oh, so you know them like so. So I'm covered there.
Providence. I see man.
Oh yes. One huge one. And they were good.
Yeah. So you are covered.
Yeah. So you are covered.
You are covered.
You see, it's the spending, that frivolous spending in your time and can no. So 15,000
pounds. No, I'll come back because Minister for Defense will be going to Parliament.
Exactly.
So hopefully we'll have our parliamentary correspondent tomorrow.
Yes.
Because Minim said and then no Parliament.
Exactly.
So Tuesday no starting.
Yeah.
So crying
because the frivolous spending is way too much. I'm 15,000 per hour for a third world country.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
We'll do justice to those stories tomorrow. Rich Way Auto School, another room out Taichi, Emma Edin Cranchesem Bremo, Debia, and a holiday. Have fun with the family, have fun with friends, have fun with whoever you always have fun with. But be brave in life. And on air catch because life is long. Life is long. So you have to be brave. Sometimes your dreams can scare you. But gather momentum and scare your dreams. And on a be a me Chelsea in Man City, Namisura, it do yawa dana gather momentum and a hunukoe. And true to that, victory became ours. Rich we ada Roman was saying, can't you say, life is long, so be brave. And only a crash said the munim no Dan auto repairs and a big olu. And as a mass trading and a my sports bremo political discussions no a Danko African Market and Wholesale, KM Raf Roofing, Rashida Financial Services, Raf G Man Driving School and a Vernon Women's Health Services at Dr. Kwame Amponsan down phone in segment no a Nabiam Barbering Saloon Adaruma and also Yasni Emma Yedi Ebremo. Amo awoti omo kan na wo dwumadi so as usual Manucho Maganda Gaucho Margarita La Molina Mempemi Hwasem Worcester Massachusetts aka the Walking Encyclopedia and ote Paul Delala Disoso ono masheda pa so also to body now from me dem pebi anam so me ayo sanity
but we are flabbergasted
offer an elimination by then
rough tactics I mean
Coco football ball
so
it is sanity
yes selection by divine selection people like us
our time will come
our time will come
where people go feel call us and we go feel tell them we no go come
I mean
minimum share
yes you are no before na guys same be no on the 12 you need the but yes you be fan
we won't even play equalization because it's in the future. It hasn't happened.
Exactly.
Say I am from there. Then you have a cause to complain.
You don't know,
but yours is in the past.
About you. You are something about you.
Yours is in the past.
Yes. How?
I am my own defender Pobia. Once I want to be afraid.
When some people did something, they never invited us. Afterwards, they said, I'm available now. Throw your bombs.
Yo.
Why some people? Some people. Eric, who know to one?
Yes.
End your program, na. Okay, we say the musia abo sima akasima ba ko na abo no mienu. Yeah, the Joe Conzi.
Let me say I'm happy they came. I mean,
yeah,
they are family.
Joe Conzi say nani ajipa also or Kata or si Kata 2022 World Cup no.
Oh yes. Okay. Ramadan Hotel room 312.
Get ready, we are going to Qatar World Cup 2022.
How about that time? I'm back from New Jersey. To me not fly. Exactly.
For World Cup in Qatar, there will be going. You need to be there.
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
Tijo Conti, Yansu Chow, Yacha Qatar for you now. Abusia, this is where we bring the curtains on today's show. Thanks for being our guest. Nyami Adma, Ochinanopa, you another scintillating educative one at the Bebrem. Until then, enjoy the rest of your holiday, but be modest in your celebrations. Nehu say life is long, so be brave.
In 3, 4, 5, you still need your strength tomorrow.
Walk
1 or 2.
Walk here.
We say your modesty. You're talking about modesty. What are you talking about?
And I will see walk. And I'm so walk here
1 or 2, but that is modesty.
Walk here.
Oh, $2,000. We spending actually. Walk about 10,000, 7,000.
Nice, we didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah,
don't spend too much. I mean, walk 1 or 2.
Okay, we say the Musia. Kofi Wayoni they sign off and Sunday the piece the news no the Abramo. Nyame Admo no pa sign mu bishia na ye de foforo e de abremo. Until then enjoy the rest of your Monday. Thanks for being our guest. Kofi Wayo jai kwani enko. Our problem is what?
Look here, my friend. Our problem is our leaders. You remember our great